with his Shaman. Like, long story short, he also thinks his Shaman is actually favored over Monkeywarrior. And I'm actually like, no, like, this is better. And yeah, so we actually concluded we will just play 21 games to see what's up. Yeah, that's what we actually came to. Yeah, that's the conclusion. If you want to say conclusion. So I'm thinking the Monkeywarrior should be positive against the Shaman, and he thinks that the Shaman should be positive over the Monkeywarrior. That's also all it is about, basically. Yeah, so let's see what will happen actually. Okay, so yeah, we should coin this or weapon. Weapon is fine, right? I mean, we don't need to coin this, then this is also passive. I don't want to be passive. I think that's good enough. So, like, also the weapon attack cannot be that bad. Like, it's on a Stoneclaw totem. The thing is, we also have so many weapons, right? So that's basically the reasoning, I guess. Spellbreaker, lol, okay. We could. With this we force him to take action, I guess. I don't necessarily like to attack this with the weapon. I don't see the merit. We could silence this guy. If he silences this guy, it's completely useless. If he silences, is it completely useless? It should be, right? No, well, actually, it's not completely useless because he can never get this totem again. So he can actually roll better for the spell totem. But is that really so important? The other play would be attacking this, but then this stays. We could also silence this. Yeah, but why should you silence this? Armorsmith and weapon up. No, we want to kill this, right? I don't know. I think we want to kill this, yeah. And I also have to say that the Spellbreaker probably won't spellbreak. Like, it's quite a good spellbreak target, that's what I'm saying. Right? Well, I mean, Spell has quite a good spellbreak target. It's like, taking the taunt away probably from then 0-2 is probably worth nearly 1 mana, so it's an okay spellbreak target. But this and this, it's all doing like nearly nothing. So I'm really curious whether this should be the play. And we could break it for the whirlwind. So weapon, attack, break it for the whirlwind. This is so annoying. Perhaps even attacking face. And whirlwind is not really like paying so much. Perhaps you should just... Perhaps just going face and see what happens. Okay, you can now send this into this, but... Like, we basically told him that a whirlwind will income, but that's okay, right? I mean, to telling him that should be acceptable. Oh, it is already lethal. Oh, 9. But I guess if the Crackle hits for so much, I mean, that's okay, right? We would have been at 1. No. We would have been at 1. So annoying. Like, we would have been at 1, let's say, if the Crackle doesn't convert so well. And we would have attacked, would have actually cleared +2 armor because of the Whirlwind on our minions, +1 armor because we would have done 1 good attack. So that's like 3 armor. Shield block is like 8 armor, and armor up is like 10 armor. So we could have gotten like 10 armor. And then would have probably won us. So just, yeah, extremely unlucky, I would say. Like, Cracker rolls as high as it did and stuff. Oh yeah, keep in mind that we actually make like the stuff without Harrison. So that's basically the assumption that we don't have Harrison in the deck. Harrison Jones. We could use the X to just kill that off. I guess it's really good, because if you use the X now to kill this off, it's also perfectly 3 damage. But not only that, but if he plays Totem Golem, we can attack it and then Taskmaster it. So that's really good. Also, if he plays Feral Spirits, we have another very good attack, right? So it's like... Also, this Feral Spirit actually gives us again a very good Fiery Vorax target. So actually utilizing the Fiery Vorax charges here. We have always so much good stuff to do. Perhaps we should just execute the 2-2. I don't see much better execution targets. Keep also in mind that if we actually execute the 2-2, we also stay mana efficient. 3 mana for that, 1 mana for the other one. And yeah, it's really good. Like the other play would have been 2 mana for Slam, 2 mana for Taskmaster, but I'm not sure about the Slam. And I'm also thinking that this actually is a really great contest against that. Also keeping this onto this is also really great. Yeah, this is like, yeah. I mean, I know at the moment we are not well off, right? At the moment, yeah, like 0-1. But yeah, let's see. So that was what? Lightning Bolt, right? Yeah. I mean, also forcing him to Lightning Bolt that guy is also, I think, already quite an achievement. I think we should get rid of this Tunnel Shock because of, I mean, I don't even know. I mean, next turn he's overloaded for 3, right? I mean, that's a lot. So, I don't even know whether we should take care of that guy. We could also simply play this and this, and I think that's simply better. Why should we take care of this guy now? It's not mandatory, right? We can just play these 2. He will be overloaded for 3, so that's a lot. Which means he could perhaps handle that if he, like... Yeah, but it's, like, not very likely or what. Okay, that was a little bit unlucky for him, I guess. I mean, how I see it is also we can always do this armor up without any regrets. So if you use armor, if you use this to do this, that's absolutely fine. Perhaps you should have actually done it the other way around. Like, perhaps you should have really slammed, I guess. Like slammed the 1, killed the 2-1, I guess. Because like this could have also come later. So. No, I'm not sure. I mean, the Acolyte, to force him to use like some burn on the Acolyte is also quite a lot. It's also worth a lot. I think this is probably better. So this hits for 4. Pure ownage. Yeah, elemental destruction and like what? I mean... Yeah, welcome to the Grand Tournament. What is this? Or could have we... whatever. We were at 3 armor, right? So we could have not played Dr. Boom and Shield Slam, so that's okay. I don't mind having this option now. Tank up every turn. Next turn Dr. Boom into tank up. This clears this, unless he shoots it. Was it okay or not? Was Dr. Boom better? Perhaps he would have been. I don't know. But I mean, tank up very early cannot be that bad, I guess. We also don't need to do this. Like, what we could also do is, we could always armor up, shield slam, play a weapon, do something else basically. But I guess in this case, we just tank up every turn. We could have armored up and shield slam for 3 mana. Like, this is 3 mana, then Deathbite into face. But then we would have not used 2 mana. I'm not sure whether that would have been better. I don't think so. With this we basically assure that, yeah, that we have basically everything. But he is definitely racing. We cannot say anything against that. Maybe we're already at 14, if you want to say so. So what is it? Can we kill? He's at 11, he's at 7, he's at 5. Not really. Perhaps we should just do this here. Getting something else which could actually give us armor, I guess. So we perhaps even slam our own dude, I guess. Yeah, first monkey works, right? We definitely want to like set up lethal. So we are actually kind of setting up lethal like this. 3 cards means, what could it be? Very difficult actually, but yeah. Oh, we just got elemental destructed actually. Okay. Elemental destruction, guys. Yeah, okay, so 12 is safe, right? I mean, 12 is safe against 4 mana. Hey, like, this deck, guys. This deck. The last one we would have already won, like, if it wouldn't be for, like, the super unlucky stuff. Okay, so what is it? We go into 1 against 1. 1-1, guys. 1-1. And what is it? Yeah, at least it was my teammate, yeah, for sure. Otherwise I would tilt so much more. But losing against your teammate feels much less bad. Like, that's for sure. That's like, yeah, okay. Shield block, what is about shield block? It's really nice, right? Really nice, but let's try to keep it and then we can still evaluate whether it was correct. The current score is 1-1. And he's saying like Shaman should be favorite if we don't run Harrison, and I tend to disagree there. So now we have this, turn to this, which is not bad in general. This answers this, and this is then afterwards, and then we go this. Perhaps we can also execute something which got wounded. This is already pretty nasty, right? 1-4 against 2-1. That's also the reason why we actually put it on the board. Yeah, I hope we don't lose the... Well, usually probably it's more about weapons. So if you don't have weapons, probably I should not keep shield block. So rather we want to draw these weapons, because we need the weapons to actually stabilize the early game. So that was probably already wrong. 3. Okay. Yeah, like that's a pity. Here's a weapon, Okay. Yeah, guys, this is how I do it. And he's now overloaded, so that's like not good for him. He's overloaded, so this is like a little bit nasty. Yeah, next turn is a little bit, yeah. This is bad, but then this comes, so... Ooh, jackpot, guys. Before we do this, we for sure play Slam into execute, right? I mean, that's such a good target. Of course, the next turn won't be Deathbite then, but... I mean, who cares? Probably there will be the wolves, and then... You get the point. We want to kill this if we can. Oh, Fierce Monkey, cool. I mean, we would have played Fierce Monkey over what we just did. But what we just did is also a very good action. Because Execute won't come better than what we just did. And if you now plays Feral Spirit... Okay, that's whatever. I mean, we cannot now use the Deathbite, but we can use the Monkey. Oh, double Deathbite. So bad. so bad, guys. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I mean, that's not cool for us. But if he takes the 6 damage to kill it, it's also not that bad, right? I mean, it was like a 6-4 taunt, basically, now. I'm not saying this is really cool what's happening here. But whatever. I mean, probably we can just attack his face, because we want to utilize at least some of those. So I guess... yeah, I guess face is the place here. We really want to make use of our weapons here. Next time we can still play this, getting a little bit out of range, and so on and so on. If you place too many small drops, you can actually kill the small drops. We could have even attacked this, but I was not sure about that. I mean, we can still attack it next turn if we want to do so and stuff. Spell power, that's also to be considered whether we would like to attack the spell power, actually. Fierce monkeys. I mean, face is really strong in general, but then we would give him the monkey. Or I don't know too much about that, but perhaps face is really not that bad here. I mean, spell power totem is nasty on the other hand. She's already at 16, does it matter? It matters a little bit for the race. We could play monkey, but then he simply kills it for sure. What about Dr. Boom stuff? We don't even need to attack with a weapon if we plan to play Dr. Boom, right? There is no necessity. So, like, we could also play Dr. Boom and then attack with the Death Bite, and then the Whirlwind will do the rest. So I guess it's either Fierce Monkey here and Shield Block or Shield Maiden. But I guess it is Shield Maiden, because Shield Maiden is not being taunted, and at the moment he has still kind of incentives to clear it. So I would not even be surprised if he would clear that now. But yeah, basically that. Probably the best is with the Dr. Boom to also clear the boom bots. But I don't know. Like, it's close. I think it's close. But next turn we can also decide whether we still want to attack face with the weapon. So that's actually also, like, for example, if he takes 1 hit on that, then we would not do so. So what is this? Ooh. It's really bad RNG for him at the moment with the crackles. Like, okay, now we have a better Death Bite attack target at least. Slam monkey armor up, and then next turn we can actually go, like, if he, okay, so what? If slam, we could actually armor up. Then we cannot shield block, but we could Justica into blah. With all this armor game we got, we should be able to stabilize, right? Probably. I guess 1 is irrelevant. Like, that it has 1 health is irrelevant, because we can still use it, and it also dies against elemental destruction. He doesn't really run double elemental destruction, does he? I think we saw 2, right? Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, Fire clears 1. We should play the Deathbite, I guess. Even if we don't get the armor. Deathbite can still whirlwind those, so that makes a lot of sense. And this goes here, so this is 414 if he has 1 Rockbiter. I guess we can kill one of those. It's 2 damage, and at the moment there is a chance that we could simply run out of range, right? I guess. I'm not sure. You can always play Dr. Boom into Whirlwind and stuff, so I'm confused here. I'm seriously confused. I'm like, I think it's difficult, like, to say, because his hand was just empty just a moment ago. So and I was thinking with the Justica we actually have enough survivability. Yeah, what the fuck. Yeah, right. This is like what I thought how good it will be, yeah. I guess we could just play Justica and take it from there. You could have argued that it would have been better to play Dr. Boom first, armor up, and the next turn we armor up, Justica and armor up again. That would have been actually better. So that was a slight mistake. That was a mistake. We should have played Dr. Boom first, armor up, and next time we should have played armor up, Justica, armor up. But yeah, whatever. I mean, like, yeah, whatever. So the score is 2-1. Do you want to see? Yeah. Oh, what is? Did I change it again? No. What the fuck is going on? Oh no, I switch web back. What? Now I actually removed the chat. Never mind. But yeah, this is basically that. That's also the title, so we can actually delete this. This goes here. This goes here. And what is this? Yeah, we need one of those X's. I don't know about the slam. Like, if you have 1, we have 2, we can actually slam and attack. So I guess it's okay to keep. I'm not sure. Probably it's not. Whatever. So yeah, basically the score at the moment is 2-1. Yeah. So yeah, you will be able to update that. So for yourself. I don't want to update all the time. Ah, now we get punished. Oh, this is even worse. Okay, so probably the slam was not a necessity, but I guess now he has 1 mana, which means we should slam first. If we play the X first, and then next turn, what could happen? Do we want to slam first or do we want to X first? If he X, perhaps he doesn't play stuff, and then we can actually slam this. So it's probably better to do it like this. This is probably better, because if he play this, he perhaps doesn't do stuff. For example, for 1 mana he won't play the Troc. But if he doesn't play the Troc, we can actually slam and attack it. On the other hand, if he would have played slam and he plays the Troc, we have a problem, right? So that's the thing. Okay, yeah, we are losing a lot of life, I can see that. And oh, second fire. I have to say, this is like, this time it's not the luckiest draw. Like, no, that's useless. Was witzig? Ja, was witzig? Ne, sag doch. Okay. I see. Schrott. Okay. So, what is with the... Yeah, Acolyte seems to be reasonable. Very reasonable. It seems that Acolyte is always reasonable. Like, I don't know, we could also versenken das, bam. Ja, angreifen das, no. I don't know. If you attack this and we armor up and slam that, is it good? No, it's not. Let's do this. Yeah, we can still attack it, that's not the problem, I guess. Like, I think we just do it, because otherwise we... Like, this is also a good answer, if you want to say so. Yeah, we are behind this time. I know. But perhaps he does have Elemental Destruction, and just draw 2 cards. By the way, if XIXO actually wins this bet, I will seriously consider playing this seriously. Like, but I just assume it won't happen. Okay, so the monkey. Ook, 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 ag, ag, ag. We need to kill this. There are always many possibilities to be able to kill this. Like 2 mana Fiery Vorix is, I guess, the most obvious, but I guess Slam and Taskmaster is also another possibility, but it should not be what we want. So we clear this for sure with this, and then the monkey has to do it. Yeah, the monkey is pretty cool against those, so that's pretty cool. And Slam, Taskmaster. It's a little bit missing, like the super armor up is a little bit missing, but no, I guess that's not doing it. Yeah, he is ahead because he had good early game, that's for sure, but yeah. Guys. A lot of pressure incoming here. Can you feel the pressure? Okay, so this is actually finally a good card. We could slam, well actually we slam Taskmaster and armor up without shield block actually, right? Yeah, I guess so. It doesn't make sense to do it otherwise, I guess. I mean, other plays would have been Taskmastering that shield block, like attacking this for sure, and then Taskmastering this and shield block, but it's also not mana efficient and stuff, so I didn't like to do that. Now we actually have Acolyte of Pain, but I don't see it. Like, I think this is the play, and yeah, Acolyte of Pain is simply, yeah, no. Does he have any overload, by the way? Or, yeah, 2 overload. This deck is basically always overloaded, so it's like pretty cool. Yeah, yeah, next turn, Shield Block, Acolyte, Shield Slam. It's pretty nice. Yeah, and overload! 2 mana, 4 mana, draw 2 cards. Despite having this. So that's really not, like... Ah, sick. He doesn't only unload the mana crystals this turn, but also the mana crystals from the next turn, yeah. Tricky, guys, very tricky. Yeah, next turn we could already be dead, right? So I want to do this, I guess. I'm not a fan, but I guess I prefer this over dying. We could shield slam this 1/1 here, by the way. But we don't, I guess. Nah. If he shields them the 1/1, what does happen? We can next turn play this and this, but at the same time we can also always play this. Nah, never mind this. It cannot be that good, right? It cannot be that good. So I bought myself from Starbucks. Yeah, this is like catching. Starbucks, guys. No, but seriously, I bought like one chai tea latte. It's way too sweet, but I'm drinking it anyways. Don't ask me why. Yeah. That could help. Okay, so let's see. Lay silence on this, because we cannot kill it otherwise. Ah, actually we could have also silenced the Lebanon, but... we could have killed it otherwise. Oh, I'm so stupid. Never mind. Yeah, that was not the best. Okay, I guess we need to minimize the damage, so just... Actually not really satisfied by the line we took, actually. Like, I hope he overkills us at least. No, he doesn't overkill us. No. Oh no, guys. Oh no, 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 no. Yeah, I don't know what I thought. Like, we could have actually prevented this. Yeah, I don't know. Like, um, what was the right thing to be done? Like, what did I do? I don't know. Ah, yeah. Right. So I actually silenced I silenced the golem, but like silencing, like I silenced this X-Men. If you don't silence the X-Men, we have to shield slam it, and we need to send something onto it. But at the same time, like we could have silenced the Lepanome, but if you actually would have silenced the Lepanome, I guess we would have taken, I don't know, like, can you help me? What was it? I forgot about it. So what was it? Like the Lepanome. So we take, so what is the damage intake? Man! So 2, 4, 5. So he has 5 damage online. So he has 5 damage online, and we get 1 armor back. So it's irrelevant how we get the 1 armor back, because we always get the 1 armor back. So what we can now do is we can actually silence the Lepanome, and we can actually kill his guy in the middle, resulting in 3 offense damage. What we can also do is what we actually did. So we actually did it so that it also resulted in 3 offense damage. Instead of actually armoring up, we could have also shielded the Lepanome, but this would have resulted in the same amount of offense damage. I think the only thing we could have actually done, and we probably should have done, was the only thing what we could have done and we should have done was actually, yeah, now I'm thinking there's a totem golem, and then we can actually slam it. If not, we just do this, which is also fine. But if there's a totem golem, we can just do what we just proposed, and that should be really strong, especially if you draw a second one of these guys, especially if you draw a third one of these guys. So I think we could have actually shield slammed the 2-1. Yeah, we could have shield slammed the 2-1. But I don't know whether this would have been better necessarily. So that was actually a close one. So at the moment the score is 2-2 if I see it right? Yeah, 2-2. Yeah, whatever. So at the moment nobody of us is correct. This is also the reason why we play 21 games, right? So what is this? Yeah, the air shock. Good. Yeah, if you use the X, we X and it X. If you use the death bite, we X and X. But if we X and X afterwards, we get actually also rid of the Searing Totem. On the other hand, if you use this to kill and kill, we will also get rid of the Searing Totem. So now I'm not sure. I have to say we forfeit 2 armor if we play this. On the other hand, if we actually play the X first, X and X, we can actually play this and this next turn. Keep also in mind that if we actually use the second weapon charge and we whirlwind, we can also be able to execute. So I guess probably the death bite should be better. But that's only an assumption. Also prevents him from playing other small stuff, which could actually be problematic if he plays additional small stuff. So this actually prevents him from doing so, which means we actually can stabilize the board if we actually play this guy here, if you want to say so. Especially also we know that the totem will come up. I don't know how valuable the 2 armor here is, but I know that the whirlwind is actually of some value. So yeah, basically that. Yeah. The attack is XIXO. XIXO means it's not that good. But what we can do is we can actually do this, we can actually execute it. We won't get better execution tiles, and that's absolutely fine. And we just keep the weapon online, taunting with a 3-4 perfectly against a 1-3. Now we need to deal direct damage onto this one, which is good. If he shoots, okay, whatever. We could actually spray break that one, but only before we do the whirlwind. Which we could do. Yeah, which we could do. I mean, I guess we could. I mean, what should we silence otherwise? And the 4-2 is actually also very nice. So I'm really wondering whether we should not simply go for it. Should we even kill the 1-3? Or should we just ignore it? Like attacking face like this, attacking face or something? I don't know. I don't know. It's like silencing the 2 damage can be good. I don't know. The 4-2 is as good as any other. Like the 4-2 is as good as a 4-3, so that should not matter too much. So that shouldn't matter too much, but it's like okay. Perhaps it's not exactly true. Now this is extremely annoying actually. Like, yeah. I was thinking the 4-2 is the same, but as you see it's not. So, I also have to learn how to play this matchup actually, yeah, sure. I was actually thinking, yeah, I mean that it plays the same, but it doesn't. In the end, like now he has the board control, I mean you must be kidding me here, right? I'm feeling so bad right now. Like what the fuck is going on? I guess we need to do this, otherwise it's so bad. He could have played BGH and shield block, but I guess perhaps he should have. I'm stupid probably, yeah, that was probably stupid. Yeah, no, we should have like, yeah, probably it was stupid. Yeah. We should have probably played the shield block and the BGH. Like, shield block, BGH and armor up is better. Because we get like 5 life or something. And what is shield block? Shield block BGH or what? Like shield block BGH means 5 life more, and he was like, we would have been at 3 life, and he needed to draw like, right? I mean, and we could have not killed him last. Like, I don't know. Like whatever. Like it's interesting. Like, yeah, whatever. I mean, it's interesting how like I'm really like it that we play a lot against this deck. To be honest, like, yeah. I guess we just have a good learn curve. Because it's so strange to play against this deck, and yeah, whatever. Should we attack it? I don't know. You can also see us playing a little bit quicker than usual. Perhaps you should stop that. Like, I guess. What are we, 2 against 3? Yeah, it's... perhaps we should stop that and just play standard. Good. But yeah, probably keeping the board clean is important. Yeah, last game we just threw. It's pretty ridiculous how we threw the last game. I wanted to prevent the 2 damage, it was complete nonsense. We should have just played Shield Maiden. Not even making the weapon attack. That was pretty nonsense to do the weapon attack, I guess. Now we have 2 options. We can actually clear this for a -2 on board, or we can actually clear this for a -2 on board. So it doesn't really matter. what we do. On the other hand, this poses a bit better threat, I guess. Should we even trade? We also play the monkey. He always throws damage on this, so perhaps the Acolyte of Pen is simply better. If he attack and attack, I think that should do the job, right? It at least looks nicer. Whether it is also nicer, I don't know. Yeah, but this also looks as a great question. Yeah, I guess the last game was simply bad. I mean, if we actually shield block, we actually get 2+3 life-wise. Of course, he can draw something within like 1 card, but if he doesn't, he's already under a lot of pressure and stuff. So, I guess. Yeah, I guess the Belcher is the correct play. Monkey and Armor Up doesn't do so much for the board. I'm actually confused how often this deck actually, like with all these crappy cards, can actually achieve to get the board control. But I think we are just playing it wrong. Or he is lucky, like one of those. It's not calculatively possible that it can be so easy. Like, I mean, he's always going face. I guess we could perhaps also trade more often. Yeah, I guess it should be better to trade more often. Not trade more often, to go more often into face. Should be more efficient, I guess. Yeah, we played the shield block because it's more mana efficient. Let's see. Okay, I guess I'm not playing Bashes, but we play Jessica, who helps. Yeah, I don't know. But I mean, a lot of his cards are simply like way too expensive, so like 4 mana draw 2 cards and stuff like this. It's really weird. Yeah, I guess sometimes the crackers are not dead, but on the other hand, I don't know. I mean, we have to say that he also sometimes had like lucky crackers, so it's not like that it's a one direction train, I guess. Okay, but here's another fierce monkey. We should definitely play this. I guess we should also play this. I mean, yes, we could armor up too, but we need to draw other stuff, right? And the Acolyte is also helping us to get board control. We made the mistake to actually take too much care of our life, I guess. So, So, okay, so now he is, okay. I guess in this case we cycled, so it's not that bad, but yeah. That's a shitty hero ability. He doesn't really want to get life, I guess. So. Okay, that's a good draw. I don't even know whether we should do it actually. Could also do this, but I guess yeah. I guess we just do it. I mean, 2 mana for 2 life is not exactly like what we are looking for, but whatever. I mean, yeah, we do definitely Dr. Boom for sure. So much damage. Let's take a look at the setup. So it's 27 and then we have 14. So we cannot really set up lethal, but if you attack first, then we have like 14 and whatever we play. So I guess we can set up lethal if we actually attack this guy, which means we can set up lethal next turn, I mean. So we should just do this, and next turn we actually play armor up something and set up lethal like that. We will always have lethal because we can just play Baron, get on armor up. So we will always have lethal. Okay, we will not always have lethal, but it's like, so he really plays 2 of these elemental destructions. Are you kidding me? Yeah. Okay, whatever. Yeah, I mean whatever. Yeah, I mean, it's like, so we play this to be safer. So could have we set up lethal? Not really, right? This is 10, so this is not lethal. And he would go to, let's say, 22 probably, so 12 damage, we can never deal that. So we should not, yeah. So we go into 3-3, and it's really, it's actually really frightening like that. It's really frightening that the deck is even 3-3, but whatever. I mean, okay, good. And what do we have here? Oh, no, chat. Ah, here's chat, yeah. Yeah, I won't be able to take too much chat, look into the chat, and the reason for that is simple and easy, that I don't want to let XIXO wait too long, so I won't actually take as intensive look at the chat as I would do usually, and I can also not see this. Chai latte, do you want some chai latte, my darling? Cool. Yeah, okay, good. I can really not see it any longer, like it's so sweet, and I drank like 400 milliliters of it, way too much. Okay, so armor smith into this is not really promising, right? It also blocks our next turn. No, I don't want to die. Like, yeah, we cannot do anything with this. It should not be good. We can also try to play silence on that, to be honest. Like, even that we could try, or like playing the Deathbite also makes a lot of sense. I don't like the Acolyte here too much, I think. If you play the Acolyte, we only have the other Acolyte, and it's not even tempo, so I would really like to deploy this guy here, and the next time we have the choice to play either Acolytes, which we probably won't do, but or coin into Spellbreaker or coin into Deathbite. So we have like kind of good options. Like, if you Lava Breath this for 5, I guess we are happy about that. Like, it's not really appealing, but I guess like now this is like actually a tough decision. So we could go for the Spellbreaker, breaking this to 1-3, or we can actually completely destroy it, but then we don't have a 4-3, but we have a Deathbite weapon online, which will eventually draw us additional card and will also kill the Searing Totem in the process. So like, this is actually a really tough call. He will have only 2 mana next turn, and it looks like that the Deathbite could be better, but Acolyte next turn is also mana inefficient at the same time. For 2 mana he will probably be able to play, yeah, perhaps Totem Golem, right? If he plays Totem Golem, we would probably like to have, yeah. Yeah, it's not only about that. It's also like, it's also, if you draw another weapon, perhaps it's also, I don't know, there are like some reasons why it could be better, I don't know. It's like, perhaps like we would have had a 4-3, right? And the 4-3 could have now hit, and then we could have played the weapon and could have hit the other one. So yeah, I guess, I don't know. Interesting. Spellbreaker would have been able to deal damage. Of course. Spellbreaker would have meant we would have dealt 4 damage into his face next turn, and then we would have played the weapon on the other one, actually resulting in no change, actually. Oh, we are at 1 or what? Sometimes it goes quicker than you think, right? I have to say double rock bite is also quite fortunate. Or can we not say that it's quite fortunate? I don't know. But I guess we have to draw something, so let's draw something. I guess we have to play the shield block. And armor up and such. Nah, it's not looking good. It's not looking good. He only needs what, 4 damage. Okay. Yeah, it's not good. I guess perhaps the silencer would have been better, but yeah. I guess after a Doomhammer into double rock biter, it's quite well. So what is it at the moment? Are we 3-4 or what is it? Unbelievable, guys. What? What is it? No, that's not a win. I think it's like 3-4 something like, but it didn't track or what. 3-4. So we said not this, but I don't know about the shield slam. Doesn't seem to be right. Like, no. Yeah, I don't know about that. Like, it's like shield slam, shield block. Shield slam means we need to blah. This we need the weapons. We don't need the shield block, right? Or can we just keep it? I don't know. It's like just against a face deck. Perhaps against a face deck, keeping shield blocks could be right. I'm not sure. It's just it increases the reach, right? I mean, shield blocks, is it not like something you want to have? That you can actually play 3 mana for 5? I mean, I would also really like to have this fiery Vorex, but it's not that you always have the choice, right? So it's like this increases your range a little bit, and it's I guess it depends on how much damage he actually deals you with, like small stuff. But it didn't happen too often until yet. So I guess keeping this stuff is probably worthwhile. I'm not sure about the Acolytes, because the Acolytes obviously don't do that much for the board state. But on the other hand, the Acolytes always needed to get removed. So actually, I mean, like this for example. So I don't think they are too bad. Well, there's not much we can play, right? So it's our only reasonable drop, which again contests the board, right? It's not that bad. And then we can transit into this weapon, into this. Belcherus should be MVP in this. Perhaps we should just keep all the stuff we want in this matchup. Perhaps we should be good if we just keep all the stuff we really want in this matchup. Yeah, for example, Belcherus. I don't know. Perhaps we should just transit to just keep everything we really want, and then we are good to go, perhaps. I think with all this armor we can just play the very long game. And the very long game means attacking this without, like, attacking this now and then taking the damage once more, and then perhaps, yeah, you get the point. Like the very long game with these things, just playing these two, then these two, should be able to convert into the very long game, I guess. Not even attacking only for the whirlwind on 1, right? I guess we just play the Belcher and see how it goes. I don't see why we should attack only for the whirlwind on 1 guy. I also don't see this to then do this. I just don't see it. We should just play this, and there could be Earthshock, but who cares? Oh, he didn't stay efficient for 2 mana, right? So now he has 6 mana, but we have Taunt. 6 mana means he cannot really burst us now. So he could Earthshock it, but do we really care too much? Perhaps we do. It always goes so quickly. I don't know. Oh, armor smith. But we have also another taunt. We have all the tools, we only need to get them onto the board, but he also is completely overloaded, so that's actually a good thing. I guess we should really like armor up as often as possible, but at the same time, like I'm just thinking, yeah, armor smith and stuff, I mean, but I guess we can still do it next turn, so just staying mana efficient by doing what? Perhaps this guy. With this we get more armor, but it's not mana efficient, so I think the 5/5 is better here. And we could also like Taskmaster his guy, but why should we do that? Like Taskmaster his guy. Nah, this should be better. We could also Whirlwind, right? Armor Smith, Whirlwind. Nah, we can do it later. Right? Yeah, we can just do it later, I guess. Like Armor Smith. Yeah, I guess this Armor Smith Whirlwind we can do later. For more impact. This is simply mana efficient, and this we can do for more impact later with the Whirlwind. If you do this, I don't know how much impact this shield block stuff does have. I don't see a real impact here. But I see an impact if you actually play the Belcher. But if we play the Belcher, we could get bursted down, right? With so many cards. How much is he overloaded? He's overloaded for 2. For 3. Yeah, I guess. Okay. If he's overloaded for 3, he cannot redo the X. So we should now get armor up. Which means Armor Smith into Whirlwind and shield block and stuff. We cannot play the Belcher, it's not. But actually we could play the Belcher. Belcher, Armor Smith, attack with the X, bringing us to 10. He has 5 mana. Well, there are ways which could actually burst us down, so I'm not a fan of that play. Perhaps we should just Belcher armor up. Belcher means like 9 he can deal. Yeah, that's not good. So this is this. Oh, we got the monkey. Monkey is I guess it's reasonable to say that the armor up is always good, right? Can we say that? It's 9-10 damage now, and we have... Did we set up lethal? Could have we done set up lethal? They could have we set up lethal. 8, 9, 10, 11, 14. Perhaps we could have, I don't know. Then again, we also have like Belcher and first monkey next turn, so that's really good, right? Like, that should prevent a lot. Or he could always have elemental destruction and stuff, but this is actually shutting down elemental destruction too, so that's okay. 9 damage here. We didn't set up lethal, but could have we set up lethal. The shield block I think was mandatory, so I guess he can play double Doomhammer into face now. Oh, and then if he actually play Belcher and Monkey, he can actually elemental destruct us, or what? How does it work? 9 damage, 9. And we have 6. That's a pity. And there's always this elemental destruction thing. Seriously, guys? But he should be out of Earthshock, right? Because he already played 1 Earthshock. Does he really play double Earthshock? I don't think so, right? And even if he does, then we actually gain 1 armor. And playing around elemental destruction means playing this, I guess. Could have he set up lethal? What did we do? We actually played armor up, and we could have played this instead, resulting in okay. I'm actually really confused now. Like, We could have... I'm actually really confused now. Yeah, I'm really confused. I just don't know. Oh, not 4-5, please. No, I'm really confused. Like... Yeah. At least he doesn't have like a shock. I don't know. Like, I guess I'm just playing badly. I mean, that's simply probably the truth. Oh, yeah, in order to set up lethal we need to do that, I guess. But then he has easier way to kill us. If he clears this, we cannot really set up lethal unless we play this, I guess. Perhaps we should have just played it before. I guess I am... Yeah, I guess I just played badly. Like, I guess, Mann, was war denn die Turn? Oh, yeah, where we could have actually set up the lethal, and where we should have set up lethal. I didn't set up lethal, actually. Like, what was it? Like, how much were we actually away? We were actually away 9 damage, and we could have played 4 for the Deathbite and 2 from the Taskmaster. And if we would have played the Taskmaster 1 turn earlier, that would have meant that the guy would have still stayed, but we would have dealt 2 more damage with the Taskmaster and 2 more damage in the turn where we actually deployed the Taskmaster, also resulting in 1 additional armor instead of 2 armor. So we would have had 1 armor less, but we would have set up the kill. I didn't set up the kill and we got punished. So yeah, whatever, I mean... That's really bitter. Like, so what is it at the moment? I think it's 3-5, right? I should have set up the lethal. Like, no, but this is really good. This is really good because, like, yeah, this is really good to play against good players. It's really, really helpful. Two Taskmaster. I was thinking about it actually, and the Taskmaster it actually means like we deal 2 damage more this turn and we deal 4 damage more next turn, but next turn it's not 4 damage more, it's only 2 damage more. But that means like 4 damage more, that's like 8. That would have been enough, right? I mean, like, what I'm saying is, if we play the Taskmaster, we deal 2 more damage in that turn and we deal 4 damage more in the next turn. So that's 6 damage more, but it's 4 damage more than with the other deploy. With the other deploy, we would have had 6, and in this case, we would have had 10. Yeah, it's super annoying. Like, I don't know. Like, yeah, I mean, it's, I guess we learn good Hearthstone here. Yeah. I guess we learn to play good Hearthstone here. We should probably clear that, right? We can silence this. I mean, it's also one of the better silence targets, I assume. I would guess. Yeah, we should have set up lethal. I didn't do it and we got punished. That was like the full story. We should just take care to set up lethal more often. Yeah, that's what it is. No magic attached to it. This could get bigger, perhaps we should just silence it down. It's also mana efficient and stuff, right? Yeah, I know it's not great. I would also not know, I don't know, perhaps it's like... Yeah, the brawl is not very effective. We could even consider attacking this guy instead of this guy. But, well, I guess not. Yeah, the very long game we could stabilize with Justica, so I don't know about that, but yeah, we have like some options here. I guess once we get into Justica state, it should be really good, because then we can suddenly, like, all the spells are really suboptimal he plays. They are always targeting face, so yeah. So he's basically completely overloaded next turn. And we can actually play... Yeah, he's completely overloaded, right? Like 6 overload next turn. Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous, isn't it? So we just play this guy. And he cannot do anything. And yeah, it's like, this is so bad, right? I mean, if this, what just happened, happens, we just win the game, I guess. I mean, now the board control is always ours. And we just get next turn 4 life and the turn after 9 life. 9 life, guys. Now I hope we can get the first 10. Yeah, okay, that's okay. I guess we don't mind about that too much. I guess not if you have Justica online. Then this is not too big of a punishment. So yeah, we should get... Oh, actually... Now I don't know any longer. Like, now we got the Belcher. So... Let me think. If we get Justica and we get 4 life, that's fine. If we get Belcher, we can shield block now and actually Justica after. Belcher would mean pretty much insane if he... Belcher is pretty much insane if he doesn't have Urshock. So, if you play the Justica, it doesn't matter even if he does have Urshock. But what would you play then? Then we would actually play Belcher next turn. Also with armor up. So it's not... Like, we get one more armor up actually. Like, we get the armor up now, and with the Belcher, yeah, you get the point. We just get one more armor up if you play it like this. Like, we actually get... Well, actually it was not entirely true. Like, the truth is actually, what is this? 13, 15, 21. We cannot kill, so we can just do this. It's not entirely true. Actually, it's like we get 1 tank up more. Like, now this was a tank up. And, so that was a tank up. And instead of tank up, we would have get an armor up. That was actually the difference, if you want to say so. Yeah. Okay, so he actually had Urshock. Oh, we could have actually hit with this and see where it goes. We should have done that before. That was stupid. Yeah, never mind. That was just bad. Oh, we could have executed for another 7. That was also bad. Yeah, I'm just playing it like this because I think we already won. But we should not. We should just focus on the game. Like, whatever. There could always be, whatever, elemental destruction nonsense and stuff. And yeah, that was bad. I'm already like, I'm just thinking about the games we lost, and I'm like, what the fuck, did you really lose so many, and because we didn't set up lethal? And I'm also really, actually I'm really surprised that this is such an, how do you say, difficult matchup. I mean, I was actually really convinced that we would be more than 50%. Probably we are. I mean, you can also see what's happening here, right? It's really weird. So, 13, 17. Okay. Unreal. Good. Yeah, I mean, he's completely overloaded, but because he didn't concede yet, I guess he could have something. So let's just play it safe. Like, extremely safe. So what perhaps we get, yeah. Perhaps we can now make the 5-5 happen. Yeah. It's really weird. So let's see. We said something about just taking the cards we really want. So what about if we just always keep the cards we want? Like execute we don't really want, slam we don't really want. Belcher is actually really nice, but is it really, I mean, it's actually quite slow. Shieldblock is also such a card we really want to increase our life count, but do we really keep that just to increase our life count later, or is it just like way too slow? Like if he overruns us at the beginning, there's no need for this card, because like this card is actually for quite later, right? I mean, when we can actually expand. On the other hand, what are the other cards in our deck? I mean, they're all not that bad, right? I mean, we would like to have the shield block as late as possible, whereas the 5 armor is actually really nice. But the card is actually also something we don't necessarily need, right? We want to be as fast as possible. Perhaps we should just try to keep the Belcher once. I really want to see it, because the Belcher should be insanely strong against this deck. So, actually keeping a card which is insanely strong against this deck cannot be such a bad play, right? Or this is at least what we hope. But then again, I mean, sometimes, like, this is really, I don't know, like, if you now place the golem, yeah, that's like, sometimes I'm really wondering. Of course we could just say it's so unlucky, but, and so many bad cards being played, but it seems that this card which actually unloads your overload crystals is really making up for it, which is absolutely confusing, but yeah, perhaps. I guess we simply have curves, so we don't need the Acolyte, we just have this into Belcher, into Belcher, into this. We just play this monkey, and the monkey can also punish those at least, and probably it will get removed, but it's still better than if it would simply get hit by nothing, right? This is a problem, but what can we do about it? Yeah. So it could simply be that this hits now for 3, 4. Yeah, an unhandled tunnel truck is a problem, but that was also never, like, let's say the question, right? I mean, that an unhandled tunnel truck is a problem. We know that. We know that an unhandled tunnel truck is a problem. But yeah, that was a pretty quick game, I guess. Yeah, not good what's happening here. I don't even know what the best course of action is actually. Like, we could play this and hope. Hope for what? We could armor up and it's probably right. Like armor up and shield slam is okay, but cannot get anywhere, I guess. So yeah. Okay. What is it? 6-4, yeah. I mean, it's close, whatever. What the fuck? Seriously? Okay, so we are 4-6, yeah. Oh, echt jetzt? Oh, against the was? Against the Burst Shaman. Yeah, I guess the Tunnel Trog, of course. The Tunnel Trog is a very good card. I mean, that was also never the issue. Of course, the Tunnel Trog is very good in Shaman. And what else? The Totem Golem? Sure, the Totem Golem in a deck with Tunnel Trog is also not that bad. And what is with all the rubbish cards? What is with all the bad cards in the deck? What are with those? They just don't count, or what? Oh, yeah. Yeah, whatever, I don't know. Like, I guess I'm not convinced, guys. I'm not convinced. I need another 11 games. And even that, I mean, 21 games is a really small sample size. But I'm surprised that he, like... Yeah, I'm actually surprised. Like, all those bad cards. But I mean, they are not really bad, right? I mean, Lightning Bolt is really not that bad. Crackle is not that bad. I mean, Lava Burst is not that good. But yeah, it can do the remaining burst damage. Tunnel Trog is really good, sure. I mean, but then Ancestral Rubbish. I mean, Ancestral Rubbish, come on, guys. I mean, the Ancestral Rubbish. I mean, the unload, like the card which actually unloads mana crystals, okay, whatever. I mean, yes, this is also very good. Yeah, but it's like, I mean, obviously that card is quite good if you unlock. Let's say you have like 2 mana crystals locked this turn. And let's say you would overload for another 3 or 4, and instead you simply play unlock your mana crystals, then it's pretty good, because instead of unlocking, let's say, an average 1 or 2, you can actually unlock 5 or 6. So actually this unlocking your mana crystals really helps you. But whatever. Such a nonsense. Really such a nonsense. So weird. Yeah, whatever. Like, if XIXO wins this challenge, you will see me playing some aggro shaman just to see how it is. Yeah. Okay, good. So let's see. What the fuck? I mean, 4 to 6 is not. I mean, that's standard deviation. It's not like 10 games means it's 5-5 or it's 6-4 or it's 4-6, but whatever, it still pisses me off a little bit. Okay, but it's not done yet. So no, of course it's a fierce monkey. Ja, hast du gerade auch gegen Shaman verloren, oder was? So ein Dreckdeck, echt. Ja, ich habe auch verschenkt. Das eine habe ich 100% verschenkt. Oh yeah, and this is the other thing. Like, this one game we were so supposed to win. Like, where I actually didn't play the Taskmaster and I should have played the Taskmaster. And if I would have played the Taskmaster, we would have forced him to Elemental Destruction that turn. And if we would have played Elemental Destruction that turn, we would have actually won. Yeah, so actually, yeah. I mean, only because we play badly. I mean, we also, yeah, whatever, yeah. Yeah, the Jones, no, that's like the bet is like without the Jones, yeah. So I think it should be good. It should be good without the Jones. What? Why is it 21 and not like 50? Yeah, because we don't have weeks time to do our match. Of course, we could also make a best of 101. And if you would really want to know it, we could probably make a match of 201. Yeah. But I don't know what about your time. But like, I don't have infinite time. Yeah. So 21 means probably roughly 3-4 hours. So that's half a day. And then we can actually draw conclusions. Also keep in mind that after a best of 21, you will also see how the matchup is. So what I'm actually saying is that after a best of 21, you can actually see whether you're feel okay. So I actually was thinking we would own him hard. Not insanely hard, but my bet was actually 60%. Like no, I mean the bet of course is that I'm over 50, but like if you would have asked me before that, I would have probably said 60%. Now I'm not sure. I definitely still think it's favorite, but I don't know about the 60%. So after best of 21 we will know more. Yeah. So yeah, and Harrison will probably get his way into the deck anyways, because like I see actually not even about the shaman. I can also see some more shamans, but what I can definitely see is more rogues now because of the new rogue card. So I think actually rogue will get rogue Harrison will find the way in this deck for sure. Yeah, this is the thing. The bash is way better than slam, and we also don't have bash. But I actually consciously decided against the bash. So yes, we like what actually I said with the Monkeywarrior we play. So I won't now change cards to be better against that, right? I mean, I'm not a super fan of bash, and I actually think the monkeys are actually replacing bash. Yeah, so that's actually the idea. Yeah, the bad keeping Belcher stuff. Sure. Yeah, but that's always the question. Like, Belcher is so good in this matchup, and you have to question yourself whether you want to keep a really good card. I don't even know about the amount of Earthshocks. Is it 1 or 2 year runs? Probably it's 1, right? But it's like, I think actually that keeping the Belcher, I mean, it's insanely strong against the deck he has, and the question is like, I mean, that's also the next thing, right? I mean, we can just take a look at our cards and then we can actually evaluate from there. We will also be able to play some games in between. So let's take a look. So what we actually got is like we're actually playing this warrior, and the question is really like how good is because like for those people who are actually saying keeping Belcher as dump, I mean I don't know how, let's say, sophisticated your analysis is, if you even did one. I would probably doubt that you did one, but the question is actually, is an average card like better than this, like an average? Yeah, I mean the thing is, this is also like simply the warrior we actually ran in the tournament. So yeah, nowadays perhaps I would consider playing something else than the Spellbreaker. Probably I would put out the Spellbreaker for Harrison, but I mean, as I said, I think it should even be favored in this build. So that was actually also the idea. Well, if you talk about average cards, so if you think about whether you would like to keep the Belcher or not in your mulligan, the question is an average card better than Belcher? So Execute for sure isn't. Shield Slam, it's debatable, but probably isn't. Fiery is definitely better, especially if you don't have a weapon yet, but I think it's without any question that we keep the Belcher if you already have a weapon, that's clear. Slam, I don't know whether Slam is really better than the Belcher. Armor Smith for sure is, Cruel Taskmaster for sure is. Shield Block, well, we decided that Shield Block's giving that away to create more tempo. I don't even know whether Acolyte is better than a Belcher, but I don't know about that. This is definitely worse, this is better, but not much. This is, I don't even know whether this is better. This is for sure worse, this is for sure worse. This is probably worse. This is probably slightly worse. And these are horrible. So I guess we should keep the Belcher in the mulling, yeah. I guess this is how it is. But yeah, I mean, again, like we will also get there. So, yeah, we will also see how it works. But yeah, it's true. I mean, it's really this, as I said, like in the one game, we simply threw the one game away. and this is one important thing. I'm not saying that the Shaman deck is not skillful to be played. I actually think it's more skillful than a lot of people could think because of the all overload things. So I actually guess it's kind of it's kind of skillful in a specific way. But I think like with more practice, XIXO won't be able to get better in this lineup. At least not that much better, right? So he plays how he plays, and eventually we get a little bit better over the course of the series, but whatever. But I think here, like what we saw, like we having mulligan decisions, and we were not sure about mulligan decisions. We don't know when to trade, when not to trade. I mean, also the one game where I actually like played the Spellbreaker, and then actually attacked the face with a weapon, then whirlwinded just to kill this Leper Gnome, and then he could actually achieve the board presence back. Instead of doing that, we could have also played Shield Maiden to get armor, simply going face. And for those who actually remember this match, with us doing that, you could have never been able to actually achieve the board control back. So, in my opinion, I think we misplayed one major. I actually think like we made like two major misplays, which both resulted in losing the game instead of winning the game. So instead of 4-6 with the correct gameplay, it could have been 6-4. I'm not saying that it would have definitely been 6-4, because I also think that XIXO probably misplayed a little bit here and there for sure. Because like, I mean, it's not that somebody can play a deck perfect, but let's say XIXO misplayed here and there, and let's say we misplayed just more than he did, then probably it's like a 5-5 or whatever. Yeah, you see the point. Like, I mean, we are not stupid. We can also take a look at like how we played and how it should have actually gone. So yeah, basically that. We had slam and execute combo, and it's so good. Is it? Is it really? Perhaps it is, right? I mean, 3 mana. You mean slam and execute is really that good, but it's only against 3/4. What? 7/4? I don't think so. Like, didn't we made? Now it's 4/6. Like we didn't track one of those games, but it's 4/6 at the moment. Yeah. Ja, genau, macht halbe Stunde Pause oder so, aber das ist ja okay. Yeah, cut Spellbreaker and that Harrison. Yes, that's what I have in mind. Yeah, okay. Let's do some. What did we have in mind? Actually, do some letter games. What is it? Some downtime or what? Yeah, whatever. We don't even care. When there is a downtime, there will be a downtime. Whatever.
I can tell you have some news stories tonight.
So, what would you like to play? We have here some auctioning pre-nerf. So the good, ja, die haben den Auctioneer 6 Mana genervt, ja. Aber das ist schon ein Weilchen her. Aber yeah, so that's like, I don't know. Like, we can also say that it's not that great against a Shaman out there. So that will probably hurt a little bit. Yeah, obviously, right? I mean, this deck is not especially good against face decks, and Shaman is like the incarnation of a face deck. So I wonder whether we can just play a deck which actually loses quite often against something out there. I actually decided that in this deck, I think Sylvanas is simply too slow. So, I mean, we said it many times, but I just think she has to go. And we put in Harrison. Yeah, okay, he is not in there yet, but we actually put in Harrison instead. So that was that. And there was also some other change. I think I was wondering about putting, or at least trying, a Defender of Argus in this deck. And for this Defender of Argus, something else can go. And the question is actually like, what should go for the Defender of Argus? I mean, to be honest, I don't even know. Like, we have here this Kel'Thuzad, and yeah, Kel'Thuzad, it's really the question, right, with the Kel'Thuzad. And Murloc Knight, the question was about the Murloc Knight. Like, Murloc Knight actually doesn't synergize that well with Kel'Thuzad. He also doesn't synergize into the guys who actually control you a lot. Like, there are a lot of decks which actually mind control you, and against those you don't want to overexpand. So there's a specific reasoning to be made to actually cut Murloc Knight, put in Defender, and let's say cut Sylvanas for something else. But I'm not sure, like, I guess, well, I don't know about it. Like, we, I guess we can just try how it works. Guess keeping the Peacekeeper. This Peacekeeper thing. That's actually really tricky. But I guess if you already have this, it's a no. Actually it should be a yes. It should be a yes simply because Peacekeeper is quite strong as a deploy anyways. Where's my pullover? Yeah, this Kel'Thuzad thing, yeah, I don't know. Where's my pullover? Pullover. Oh, die can on, yeah. Okay. Good, yeah, right. Okay. Yeah, I'm still a little bit ill, so I think also, like, I guess my playing strength is not top notch, but whatever. I mean, also that being said, like, I was quite satisfied how we actually fared in the tournament today, simply because of that. Like, I guess this is really good because, like, if this is Maligos Lock, it's good to get the board present and utilize weapons. But if this is, let's say, Highlander, so like Highlander being Reno Jackson, it will have mind control, and we want to like play so that he can never play mind control against us. And if this is like, yes, he could have now played mind control tech, but like that would have also been his last turn where he could have actually done that. And yeah, we should probably stay mana efficient because of the same reasoning again. And what did he have? He had Mortal Coil, he had Dark Peddler, so it's not Hand Lock, so it can be Reno Lock. It could also be what is this? From the Void. We said not Demon Handlock because of the Peddler, but is this like a final indication? I don't think it's a final indication, right? No, it should not be a final indication. So could it still be Zoo? I guess we should probably kill it. Like, I mean, I also want to see what it is actually, to be honest. I mean, okay, so it seems to be zoo. Now, well, it's not clear that it's zoo. No, it's not clear. Actually, we will probably see it. Well, now, I mean, zoo, why should it be zoo? Like, actually, no, it's not. Yeah, no, I don't know. Like, whatever. Like, it's in the a little bit confusing. Like, what's going on? So what did he do? He played like Dark Peddlers, and I don't know about this 3-4. I mean, we don't need to kill it actually. I mean, we can also just let it live, but if we let it live, doesn't it pose other problems? I think it poses simply other problems. Like, if we let it live, I'm not sure, but like, what's this? Really good team Ras. Yeah, I don't know, like Void Caller killing the Void Caller. Yeah, I don't know, guys. Like, what the fuck? I don't know. Like, what is with the Void Caller? But he can Hellfire and attack our Tusker if we play Tusker. Cannot be. If we play, like, whatever we play, he can actually Hellfire. So we would have needed to attack it once. If we would have wanted to do anything about it. We would have needed to attack it once. Like, we could have attacked it once and play whatever. But not the Jouster, right? I mean, if you play the Jouster, I don't know whether this would have made so much sense. So what kind of deck is what he runs? How could we specify that? We should have attacked Boom Bomb first. Yeah, I don't know. I'm like, okay, whatever. Yeah, okay. I don't know. Like, yeah, whatever. That's good. Yep. So, so what is this? Like what is the turn? Like, oh, did we attack the wrong one? Oh, we attacked the wrong one. Like, we could have actually cleared that one, and then we would have actually had well, we would have drawn more cards from the Acolyte, right? Yeah. Okay. Whatever. Huh. Yeah, I don't like the gameplay at the moment, to be honest. It's not really good, but yeah, I mean, not bad. I mean, I just don't like it. Our gameplay sucks at the moment. It's really bad. Oh, I didn't play the Tusker Jouster. Okay. I wanted to play the Tusker Jouster. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, no, I'm like, whatever. Like, Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I guess we can also just concede after such a misplay. I don't want to get in the how do you say? I don't want to get in the it's not over yet, but I don't want to get into the how do you say? Into the habit of playing quickly and badly. So it's actually like I guess we can just check how fuck XIXO is, and I mean, like, wow, what the fuck? I mean, yeah, it's like whatever. Yeah, I mean, it's I guess no, I mean, not much to be said about it. Like, I guess I guess I should have made a screenshot. I mean, I know what's the right thing, and the right thing is always when something difficult occurs, making a screenshot. And the reason for that is that we don't have to think about it right away. So I was actually, the whole game, I was actually stuck at the turn 4, how we could have done it better. But the best way to do it is simply to make a screenshot and then to actually take a look at the plays. So what we actually had is, like, we had yeah, I don't know, like turn 1, turn 2, he plays Dark Peddler, we play a Master for Battle, we attack this guy, that was correct. He plays Void Caller, and we actually, no, he played something else, we played Shielded Minibot and Minion, he plays Void Caller and we attack it. So the thing is, that was the question, right? Whether we want to play this differently. And differently means, I mean, Tusker also dies to Demon Fire and attack, so that would have been pretty bad from our side. So I don't exactly know, but I would assume that and Tusker is mana efficient, and the other one would be Shredder. But Shredder, well, doesn't die to Demon Wrath, so we could have played Shredder, but we are still very vulnerable to Demon Wrath. We are also vulnerable to Hellfire, like if he wants to attack it and then to Hellfire, okay, his other demon gets wounded. If he doesn't have a demon, it doesn't matter anyways, but then also our boards get wounded, so it gets wounded, so I'm not sure actually. I think we made the right call there. And yeah, and then turn 5 with his stuff. I mean, turn 6 we actually decided to attack the 3s, not the 3-3, we decided to attack the 1-3 with our Shredder. Well, first of all, we didn't attack the Boombot. So what was with the Boombot attack? Should have we done the Boombot attack? Well, the thing is, if you do the Boombot attack, the Boombot hits like our minions with 50% probability. On the other hand, if you actually play something else, the Boombot actually hits our minions with a 75% probability. So that's already a little bit bad. But what's also bad is that we simply don't do the attack on the Boombot. So that's also bad. Keep in mind that I mean, then we also had like an attack where we actually didn't attack the 3-3, but we actually attacked the 1-3, so that actually left him with a 3-3 instead of a 1-3, and the 3-3 is roughly 1 mana better, 1 point, like actually it's more, it's actually nearly 2 mana better. At the same time, our guy also is roughly 2 mana better if you don't do it, but given that we also have the Auctioneer means like the Acolyte on board, we should have probably done this attack. So probably the correct execution would have been, and that's actually the thing, right? I mean, we don't even mind, like I said 75%, but actually it's not 75%. Actually he has to kill the Auctioneer first and then it's 66%. It's not the Auctioneer, it's like the Acolyte, but it's 66%. 66% that his bomb actually hits one of our minions. And we don't do the weapon attack. How it would have been correct is probably would have played Acolyte first. So we play Acolyte first, then we attack one of the Boombots. That would have been the correct play. So we deploy Acolyte first, then we attack one of his minions. Then we have like much better outcomes, number 1. Number 2, we also kill his bomb for free, because 1 life and the weapon charge in this case doesn't count that much. Before we do this, of course, we should attack with our Shredder, his 3-3. Well, actually, if we do that, we can probably even attack the 1-3, because now there is a specific chance that the Acolyte gets hit, and if the Acolyte gets hit, we don't want to kill his 1-3 any longer. But yeah, I mean, that's difficult, I don't know. But then the 1-3 attack isn't that bad. So we should have played Acolyte, then attack 1-3 or 3-3, and then actually attack the Boombot, and then the Boombot would have hit something, and then we should have actually played the blah blah to actually make it 3-3. But we couldn't have played the blah blah to make it 3-3 before we actually attack the Boombot, right? No, yes, we could have. Yeah, we could have. No, but not before we attack. So okay, so that means like we should have attacked the 1/3, yeah, because we couldn't make the Dr. Boom 3/3 before we could have actually attacked him, right? Yeah. So it was not such an easy game. Oh yeah, and in the end, of course, we didn't play the Tusker, right? So we didn't play the Tusker where we should have played the Tusker. Yeah, but that's not even a mistake. Like mistake. Of course, there are like those mistakes and those mistakes, and there are some mistakes you just do because you play quickly. Yeah, and that was one of the mistakes. We even had plenty of time left. Like. We just played too quickly, so we should have played the Tusker. Then he would have played whatever, like this Sorisen or whatever this is, but we would have still stayed with the 5/5 and the 2/2, and then we could have simply sent those into this Thorison, and we would have played Kel'Thuzad, getting a big board of minions. He could have perhaps Twisting Nether or whatever, but we also had like the Tyrion. It would have been actually really close. Yeah, we can just check on what XIXO is doing, and then. So let's see. So, but yeah, so let's continue with the Shaman thing. And I'm really curious whether the Shaman thing, I mean, I cannot really imagine myself that the Shaman thing is, what? Yeah, no. The best of 21 continues now, of course. Yeah, I'm really curious, I think, like, whatever, yeah. Perhaps we should have just made it the best of 20, and if it's not that clear, we should have just, where is it? Okay. Here we go. Good. Longer rope, wrong lobe. Yeah, whatever. Okay. So yeah, let's do this here. I mean, yeah, I don't know about the Acolyte actually, really not. Like, I mean, the Acolyte did need to get removed every time, however, but I don't know. Like, perhaps he's just not good enough. Do we want to kill this and then the Totem Golem appears? We armor up, he attacks again. I'm not sure. Well, I guess if a Totem Golem appears, we have to attack and execute it, right? We can also draw other 2-drops. The question is, should we wait? He does something. We play coin into this. It's too slow, isn't it? Is it way too slow or is it just too slow? If we place a Totem Golem, let's say we coin out something and then he gets rid of it and then he attacks our face again. Like, the Acolyte is way too slow here, right? And what I'm wondering is, what I'm actually wondering seriously is whether, I guess if there is a Totem Golem, we need to attack it and execute it. That's that. But actually we just, yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right? I mean, we can also draw from the top. I mean, we wouldn't do it if we would be safe that we have to armor up next turn. So that's actually, yeah. And that's one of the reasons why we played as we played it. I guess we deployed the Acolyte because the Acolyte shuts down all the small minion action. Does it? We could play, okay, so here's like, how much overloaded is he? Not really, right? We could attack it anyways, but because like 2-1 is, well, there is nothing which deals 1 damage, so we could probably simply attack it if you want. But then the Acolyte should be enough to deal this 1 damage anyways, so then we can also play the Acolyte. And he doesn't really have targets for his spells, actually. Like, if he plays spells, he doesn't really have targets, so that should be good. What I'm saying is, otherwise he could have a target, which is the Fierce Monkey. Like, what is this? This is the only thing. Yeah, let's do it. So we prepare this, and now he doesn't have targets for his spells. Of course he could Urshock that, but he doesn't really... But if he Urshocks this, he doesn't have Urshock for something else. But what I'm saying, they say, is like, that he loses the targets to actually do stuff. So, if he crackles this, he lost the target, right? I mean, kind of. 6 damage on the Acolyte of Pain, that's fair. He would have simply done this on the other one too. And now if he also lightning bolts this, he actually overkilled it, right? So he actually overkilled it, which is good for us. And now we can execute, and we should. I'm wondering whether the Acolyte is better or not. I mean, let's take a look. Of course we executed. And now we can actually Acolyte, Fierce Monkey or BGH. BGH is definitely an option too because it deals 4 damage. But I guess if you play this, he cannot even play the Horse Riders. But then again, if you play the Acolyte, he can also not play the Horse Riders. On the other hand, the Acolyte is dealing less damage. If he plays this, probably it's irrelevant. So it's really only about the Horse Riders, I guess. But this is also shotting. Like, this is simply better on the board, I guess. It's dealing more damage, and I think this is better than BGH. So basically that. If he crackles this, yeah, I mean, whatever. I mean, does it matter? If he crackles that, well, he also overloads himself, and, well, does it matter? Crackle.
What now?
I don't know about that. I think we should do a play on the board what is more damage, which is 4-2. On the other hand, I mean, I'm really not sure. Like, it's really close. What could he play? It's a 1-2 Horse Rider, so then we should play the Acolyte of Pain. The Acolyte of Pain basically shuts down nearly all action on the board, or does it? But this also nearly shuts down all the action on the board. I guess. I guess the only thing I see is that this is 4 damage if he plays Doomhammer. So if he plays Doomhammer, yeah, he can hit us for 4. Or actually he can hit this first. Yeah, but I mean, does it matter, right? I mean, if he hits this first, is it a problem? Or is it like irrelevant? I guess we can hit 1 time. Nah, not yet. Ah, yes, we can do 1. I think we can do 1. Because we can do 1 next time we play this, and armor up. And the turn after we can actually play the other weapon if we actually do 1. Yeah, so here's the other weapon if we drew 1. And yeah, the question is whether we want to get this one live, but on the other hand, there is elemental destruction perhaps. So I'm not sure whether we should not just hit it with this. Then we also need to kill it like this. This elemental destruction thing, right? Elemental destruction everywhere. So let's see. So what is it? Like we could... And this we can actually also ignore. But if we ignore this, we should probably... Yeah, but this is 1 armor, but it's also 5 damage for him, so... Perhaps he should just attack it like this. Yes, he has the spell totem, but is the spell totem really problematic? Yes, elemental destruction kills everything then. But then again, we also got 5 more damage, and this would... Yeah, I mean in 50% of the cases, it only dies in 50% of the cases. We could also do the attack and simply keep the weapon. I'll just go face. Perhaps this is even better. But then it's will be trade actually 1. No, probably it's not. Probably this is just the best. Yeah, elemental destruction now kills everything, but it's like... I mean, how many spells is this? Two spells, but this is also damage in the face. So yes, elemental destruction will now kill everything then, but whatever. I mean, is it really that... Does it really matter that much? Like... In this case it was additional 2 damage, right? So is this a problem? Yeah, interesting. No, that's rough. That's really rough. So this is fear, Und dann noch irgendwie, dann ist es halt 6 mehr, so 6 more. We could slam to get something else, but on the other hand, and this is also doing a good job, like 5, 13. Nah, it's okay to do this, I guess. Like what I was wondering is like we don't set up lethal anyways, right? Do we? 5, 6, 7, 11, verdammt. We again could have set up lethal actually. So yeah, that was stupid again. Yeah, I was too afraid again, actually. Yeah, funny fact. Yeah. Being afraid. It's a funny fact. But on the other hand, the armor smith actually also gives us potential armor, right? So it's not straightforward. Like, I don't know. It's actually quite close because he's basically kind of out of cards. And this is also doing something, and this is doing something, and this is doing something. And he doesn't have like an offensive hero power. So every turn he can actually not play anything. So what I'm saying is, no matter what it is, like, so what I'm actually saying is, every turn we get 2 more life. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. And sometimes we also get more than 2 life. Yeah. So it's like, yeah. So every turn we get at least 2 life, but it's like 2 life and he leeches 4, but his 2 mana was also empty, so it was like 2, like you get the point. We get like 2 life. He cannot play anything, any minions. He can never play any minions because we have Armor Smith and we have Acolyte, so he will never be able to play any minions, which actually means, yeah, I mean, I don't know, like I think it's very close. We could have played Deathbite, but then we died to Rockbiter, to a single Rockbiter. Or to any other kind of 6 damage, which could be like whatever, into phase. Like there is actually a lot of stuff. If you have this, I actually definitely keep this. What about the slam? If you have this, it makes sense to keep this because then we can actually, yeah, it makes sense because then we can now coin out fiery into. Okay, we got everything, but yeah, you get the point, right? So it's like we could have. Okay, so that's good because now we can fiery. We even get the other weapon, that's good. Yeah, that's really good, like, if you have the answer, of course. But, no, but seriously, like, the question was whether we want this 1 more life and actually preserving the time, or whether we want to play Deathbite and win right away next turn. And I think it was actually, well, kind of a close call. Oh, that's a little bit funny now. What about this spell totem? Do we care or not? I think we care, right? Yeah, I guess we care. There could be wolves. We could attack the wolves with this, which is better than taking care of that, I guess. And, yeah. We could deploy the 2-2, but no. And taking this does make sense, perhaps next turn, but not this turn. If he plays direct damage, we are more than happy. But there's always this Feral Spirit option, right? So if there's this Feral Spirit option, we want to do this. And now, yeah, we absolutely play the Acolyte of Pain because it's, yeah, it's contest this. At the same point, everything which deals 2 damage usually also deals 3 damage, and yeah. I mean, Hunter is quite a good ability, but yeah. So he Earthshocks it, it's okay. I mean, define okay, it's not great, but we also got some tools. It's not that we don't have the tools, right? So if we slam that, we can actually kill it, but then Taskmastering is not a possibility. We could slam it and Taskmaster it. Then we have like 3 on the board, but we cannot clear his totem. We could play Deathbite, attack the wolf. If we attack the wolf with the Deathbite, it's like slam and Taskmaster on it. Where we slam and Taskmaster, but we also save life, right? With the one play we have 2-2 and 1-1. With the other play we have the Deathbite online. What's more worth more? Deathbite online or the guy online? I'm really wondering actually. Like, but I guess Deathbite could be worth more because we have also options to manipulate the damage as we want to have it, I guess. On the other hand, the slam Full Taskmaster thing is also very appealing. So I'm really curious what's better here. But I guess we can do that. I guess it's really close. I mean, Slam and Taskmastering definitely being also an option. As I said, both costing 1 card. The one leaves us up with the 2/2. Okay, I think if we encountered it, then in hindsight it was for sure better what we actually played. We played the shield block at the very end, so let's stabilize first, and then take care of the other stuff. What is the other stuff? Well, we could actually clear the board by attacking the Murloc and then Taskmaster, and then we could also shield block, leaving us with a 2/2. But we could also simply play the attack and play the Belcher. I guess we can just keep the board clean. I don't see that, like, I don't see that he will be able to come back on board. So perhaps we should just play this and this. The board is clear, and as long as the board is clear, he cannot, like, he first of all needs a Doomhammer. Yeah. So if he doesn't have a Doomhammer, he cannot play damage. Like, he doesn't have a way to damage us. So he needs first the Doomhammer. If he doesn't have the Doomhammer, he doesn't have a way to directly damage us, which is good. On the other hand, he found a way to completely overload himself. Even 2 mana draw 2 cards is pretty much nearly average, right? But so now we got a lot of Sludge Belchers, which is good. I would rather do, like, next turn the action with the Sludge Belcher and Armor Up. It's just more mana efficient. He is also completely overloaded, so he cannot really deploy a Doomhammer. So I think this is much better than, because we can just Sludge Belcher and Armor Up next turn. And yeah, that's actually not bad what's happening here. He's completely overloaded, so of course he could deal 2 damage to this and un-overload him. But I mean, if the overload really strikes, so if he doesn't have this unload overload stuff, I think it should be really good for us. So let's see. So it seems that he doesn't have the unload overload stuff, which is fine. Fine, it's really good for us. And we should probably even contest this by slamming it, attacking it. We don't need to do it, but I guess we can, so we should. Yeah, we are still at a very high life count, so I don't see why it should be bad to do that. Yeah, we should think more. I mean, the 2/2 attack on the 2/1 perhaps is not even mandatory. We could also attack face, but then again, like, I'm really curious of how he actually handles this. So yeah, I guess elemental destruction was what we could expect, but if we actually can expect elemental destruction, oh, this is actually not. No, I mean, I guess he is overloaded by kind of 7 now. So, but then he can for 2 mana play this stuff where he's actually unloaded again. I guess we just play this and this. Yeah, simply because it's mana efficient and we still need the board. Now again, for 2 mana you could shock this and then he's unloaded again. But perhaps he doesn't have it. I think he didn't have it 2 turns ago, right? So if he doesn't have it, like, then it's really good. So he appears to not have it. Now that's extremely unfortunate, actually. Like, that was just extremely unfortunate, because now, okay, so he doesn't even take care of this guy. Yeah, okay, whatever. So it's interesting because we are actually out of cards. That's really funny. I mean, we are just out of cards. Like, I'm not kidding, we are out of cards. Yeah. So if there's another elemental destruction, and let's say our Sylvanas dies, we don't have anything. He he outvalued us, actually. That's really funny. I mean, outvalued us. It's not exactly like that, but yeah. So how should we do it? Of course we can brawl if you want, but do we really want to brawl? I guess we just deploy the Acolyte, armor up. Nah, don't play the brawl. This can... we could even kill this, to be honest. Like, we could just play Acolyte, armor up, Shield Slam, execute Shield Slam if you would like to do so. But then we really would have nothing, but then he can also not really play anything, can he? He could Urshock the Acolyte of Pain actually then. And what would we gain by it? I don't think we would gain much by it, right? And we could just let this live, and we have like kind of an insurance too. But what insurance? No, really, not really an insurance. Perhaps you should just really go for it. I guess in the long value game, I don't necessarily see him winning the long value game. So perhaps you should just do this and see what happens, I guess. Yeah, I mean we will draw a card and probably we'll also draw another card from the Acolyte, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's very likely that we will draw another card from the Acolyte too. But this is subject to, yeah. Perhaps he Urshocks it, but like there's a good chance that we will draw additional cards. Yeah, okay. So he has like 3 cards to deal 8 damage, right? And perhaps we draw something like this. It's not that unlikely that we draw at some point something, right? I mean, so not even that ultimately surprising. Yeah, here you see we even got the monkey. But I guess the first action is not to play the monkey. But I guess the first action is to play armor up and then we play the monkey next turn. We armor up. I guess if this goes through, then we should win. So now we are at 12, he has 3 cards to handle with those. Probably it's not enough. And if this, because he already played his draw 2 cards, so yeah, wolves, it's not it. And then we can actually stabilize with fierce monkey stuff and tank up. Perhaps you should really play Grom. Like Grom is more reliable, isn't it? Like, I guess he's more reliable. Like if you play Grom, like we go to 14, he has 3 cards to deal 14. He didn't have like 12 damage and 3 cards before. Why should he have 2 more damage with the same amount of cards now? It could be, but it doesn't need to be. On the other hand, if you play Fierce Monkey, armor up, we trade 1. Fierce Monkey, armor up, we trade 1. It means you have the Fierce Monkey, but he also has this, so Urshock suddenly plays. I think this is really great. It also puts him under tremendous pressure, so that's also very good. And as I said, like 14 damage for 3 cards is extremely unlikely. Like, extremely unlikely. Urshock doesn't play. Keep in mind that Urshock doesn't play. So this is this 4, that's acceptable, I guess. Yeah, so now there's lightning bolts. No. Yeah, 12 damage is not doable, so easy. Yeah. Tank up every turn helps, for sure. And yeah. Good. So this is also a little bit more how I imagined it to be honest. Like, to be like, yeah, I mean, Justica is not a card we should keep in our hand. Like, it wins us the games later, but we need like, yeah, early game. We need definitely early game. So it's not how it works. So yeah, I mean this is very important, but we cannot always mulligan everything only for it. So yeah, he gets 2, that's not bad for him. But I mean, we definitely don't complain. I mean, the fiery to have for the Trog is also very important. What is the score at the moment? Do you have any track? So we won. Did we win another 2 only? So it's like 6-6 now or what? Yeah, I guess. Next turn we have even, so we can play both. Which means probably this turn is monkey. He will burn it, but then we can actually play this, attack it, and play this, and this is then contesting this. So I guess just the monkey and no attack. I'm not sure about the no attack thing. That's actually debatable. If he plays Crackle, we hope that it hits for 3. If he does this, then we are actually not unhappy, I guess. So yeah, I mean this actually happened, and now you could argue if this happens we should have attacked the leper gnome. And yeah, while it might be true, it's not that we can always like predict the future. We should probably even, I mean, armor up or slam, like these are the options, and slam seems to be quite reasonable here, right? I mean, if he armor up, he deals like the damage we just armored up, and then we could eventually attack this and then eventually attack this too. On the other hand, slam simply prevents or prohibits this, and we can still next turn attack and then probably attack one of the 2/1s he could eventually play. So I actually like to kill the totem golem here. It's like 2, it's like 3, and 2 for 3 is standard, so that's okay. Now that's what I call a very bad turn. Maybe we could brawl actually, I don't know. How strong is brawl? Like brawl keeps the board empty. What are the possible outcomes? This survives, then we have like, let's say this is worth 3, and let's say these are worth 5. What actually is worth, was 5, 6. So they in the attack are worth 6, and this is 3. So if this survives, it's like 3. 3 for the brawl is standard. If this survives, or this, like if this survives is insane. If this or this survives is insanely bad. Well, insanely bad, no, not insanely bad. Then we can at least attack. It's not that bad. Now, probably should just do it. And what is with the armor smith? It gives us armor. We could get 1 armor, like just let's take the 1 armor. So I guess it is okay, because like let's see what it let's see what survives. And if yeah, I mean, if like this survives, like if anything survives, we get 1 life back. We actually get 1 life more. And if armor smith survives, we actually have 1, 2. We traded 1 life against 2, so that's okay. I mean, we have Justica, we only need to survive somewhat, and then we have a good go from there. So we could eventually play Justica, but Justica is really easy to get removed. We could play Shield Maiden. Well, I also don't see us next turn actually armoring up, so it's like it's Shield Maiden or Sylvanas, whereas Shield Maiden could get bursted, Sylvanas actually can never get bursted, so Sylvanas actually assures us longevity, perhaps. But then again, it could also result in something worse. We already played the Brawl, so but we will probably play this into armor up anyways later. So probably playing this next turn and then this or something like this. But actually getting Sylvanas down in life quite quickly, or as quickly as possible, I guess. Yeah, I know that Sylvanas on this board is not the best, but I mean, what are we ought to do? Also keep in mind that he can at least not burn Sylvanas, right? I mean, Sylvanas cannot get burned, and if he plays Urshock on it, we are more than happy. So the only thing we don't want to see are now additional trogs, or like, I mean, he doesn't really like, or stuff like this. As long as it's only 1 minion, I guess it's acceptable. If he plays another minion, it's not acceptable. Then it would be really, really bad for us. So we just hope that this is what... Like, I think he is considering Lightning Bolt into face, right? Yeah, I guess so. He's definitely not considering another minion. Of course, he will never play another minion here. Oh, was he considering Rockbiter? Oh, actually, that should probably be... I mean, 4 mana. Yeah, this should be better than the other one. We just need the like, with this, we actually closed the action down. And now we can actually gain 4 life next turn, and then the turn after we will be out of range forever. So that's actually the plan, the master plan. If you are not that sure, we can always play this first in order to actually well, we would lose 2 armor, but we would lose 2 armor in the long run, but in the short run we would eventually get more armor. If you play this, we get like instead, like we get 7 instead of 4. So in the short run, and the very short run, we get an armor boost. So we could play this first if we think we can kill him next turn or the turn after, if that makes any sense. Okay, so well, it is actually really close what's going on here. So yeah, he burns us down. So if he burns us down, perhaps we really want to do this Shield Maiden thing. Yeah, we really want to do this Shield Maiden thing. Yeah, we really want to do this Shield Maiden thing, I guess, because if we actually survive, chances that we survive even better is pretty high. So, is this onto this or what? We could attack this first, I guess, and then... No.
Let none survive.
This is better. So this must hit one of those, then this can actually hit the other one. So this is 12. Yeah, we need to do this. Like, this is the maximum amount of armor we can get. He also doesn't have Rockbiter. If he would have had Rockbiter, that would have meant that... if he would have had Rockbiter, it would have automatically meant that he would have played the weapon plus Rockbiter. So now we actually, I don't know, now it's actually really tricky. I think we should even shield block in this next turn. Oh, he just threw the Doomhammer. It's pretty good. A pretty good draw. But yeah, we will definitely armor up and shield block, because this gets us more short-term... yeah, this actually gives us more short-term armor again. So we can still do this next turn. So we do this and this. And we let none survive, that's clear. And we go to 14. But next time we can actually armor up Justica and armor up again, so that's really good. Yeah. Elemental Destruction, but then this still is alive, and this probably is alive. 15, yeah, 17. And we have the ape. No, that's good. Next turn there's another 6 armor, so at the moment we get like 6 armor, 7 armor, 6 armor, 7 armor every turn. That's really good. Ah, no, it's 7-6, my friend. I guess, right? Or what is it? No. Yeah, so this win didn't track, but I mean we simply have it on stream, so But yeah, I mean, okay. So we keep Taskmaster because he's great. We don't keep this because Sylvanas sucks. We don't keep Sylvanas because she sucks. Shield Slam is not good because we also need to armor up in order to do that, so it's probably not that optimal. Taskmaster is really good, and Acolyte of Pain, I mean, that's a question. Like, I mean, if we coin out into Taskmaster, we want this other 2 drop. Okay, so XIXO is actually saying one of you should count whether we actually made 6-4 before the break. So if one of you guys could check it quickly, please not all 1000, please, like one is enough. Yeah, in this case perhaps we should not keep the Acolyte. I don't know, like, the Acolyte is also just like some guy who actually cantrips. Alright, so perhaps we would be more satisfied with something else. But yeah, so I think it's pretty much 7-6, but it's like, yeah. So we didn't keep the Acolyte, I'm not sure how good or bad that was. But the Acolyte is really also only a 1-3, so... yeah, I mean, the Warlock Hero power is not that bad, but I'm not even sure whether it's so insane. Yeah. We have nothing, no business here. Unfortunately, I think. The only business we could have would be coin into slam on that guy, so that we can eventually taskmaster then next turn. But the thing is, it's a 1-3. Yeah, so I'm not sure about that. If he plays a totem golem, we could simply play taskmaster and execute it. So that is this thing. And if he's, yeah, it doesn't really make sense to slam. Like, we only have 2 mana next turn then, and we are also committed to our play then, which I also don't like too much. Yeah, it's pretty much that. We have even shield block, shield slam, by the way, the combo. Against potential totem golem, actually, shield block, shield slam is really cool. Okay, so lightning bolting face, that's the new style. I guess that's really bad, lightning bolting face, but he wants to know it. He wants to increase the damage, I guess, if he do this other stuff. He is now overloaded by 1, so that means he has 2 left. I'm really curious what we do about it, or what we should do about it. I really want to keep the shield block, shield slam thing. We could even do the shield block, shield slam now next turn, but if we would do that, we wouldn't have like any business now. So perhaps we should play taskmaster into this and coin execute. I'm not exactly sure, but it seems like one of the options. Like, I really would not like to slam. Oh, don't we slam? I guess we could also slam. But I really don't want that he has like any overload possibilities. Next turn would be slam onto this and then kill it with the taskmaster. So I guess it is reasonable to. Well, actually he will play. He could play the wolves, but is it really that problematic if he plays the wolves? I don't know. No, he cannot play the wolves. He only has 2 mana. Never mind that. I'm just curious. Like, the one possibility is slamming the Trog, bringing it to 1/1, and then Taskmaster the next turn. But then, well, if you use Slam and Taskmaster, how do we proc the execute? Like, what's the general idea then? I just didn't see that. Like, what's the general idea there? So I guess we can now do this and attack it. Simply because I guess if you do this, the 2/1 plays like a 2/2, because whatever damage she deals on it, it will always survive. So that's like now a little bit tricky, because now the shield block of his, oh my god. Yeah, this is also an early bird. So I guess, I mean, we have some business with the brawl. I don't know, like, it's a little bit confusing, but I guess we should simply trade. We can also do the shield slam thing. Shield slam thing and simply keeping that. But then again, don't we use the shield slam thing later? Do we? I don't know. Like, at the moment we have like 1.5, and it also deals some damage into the face. And we have some brawl, we have some death bite. I really don't know when we would use the shield slam otherwise. I mean, next turn, what happens if we actually trade? Then we actually go to 3 life, we go to 1 life. So we could actually shield slam for 1, which he could also do now. So I don't see it. Like, we should probably just do this shield slam. No. Like, if we do this, we can actually go with his face. I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. But I can also see us like doing some other stuff with the mana, the turns. Okay, he can actually tap very often, but is it really that bad? I mean, it's also about his mana, right? I mean, he spends a lot of mana here, and yeah, I guess. Okay. So if this actually attacks face and then this attacks this, we can actually next turn clear and then play the guy. We could also just let it stay. That's another possibility. If you let it stay, he would probably do the attack. I don't know. Like, is it that much worse if you let him do the attack? Or will he even do the attack? Like, what are the possibilities? Perhaps we will simply play the wolves and then we have a problem. Perhaps we should really just attack this. Yeah, I also don't see like that the life will take a role if you have this armor up, this armor up, this armor up. It rather feels for me that the 2 life won't be of such a matter. So let's do this and see how it goes. We have armor up possibilities turn 6, 7 and 8, so it should not be that bad, I guess. If he stays 2 mana inefficient, that's good for us, I guess. Oh, that is actually really good for us if he stays 2 mana inefficient. Yeah, I guess this is clear. And we should play this guy. Yeah, it just gives us 5 armor, it's really good. And he didn't spend 2 mana, now he has 7 mana. He has a lot of cards in the hand, but it's also all overload cards, so that's okay, I guess. He should be slow, because like we have like here... Now he can kill it, right? Perhaps he will even kill it. What do you think he won't? No, he just... Perhaps he just ignores it. No, he just ignores it. Yeah, I mean, like, whatever, right? I mean, he can just ignore it if he wants. But I guess oh, it's a lot of damage. Yeah, it's a lot of damage, but I guess we don't have a choice. Like, I don't think that we have a choice here. I think what we do is we get suddenly the 5 armor and attack his face again, and just hope that he doesn't have too much burst. At the moment this is 6 for 6 mana. For 6 mana, basically 12 damage. It's possible, but he needs another rock biter for it. Yeah, he could always play like elemental destruction here and there. I'm not saying that it's such a good spot, but if he doesn't have the right cards, we just straight up win. Also keep in mind that elemental destruction is also a little bit tricky, because if elemental destruction doesn't kill one of those, it will also get quite tricky again. Yeah, here you see that. So, no hit! 1-1 each, yeah, okay, that's fair. I guess that's, well, fair. This is like, absolutely fine. Well, absolutely fine. I mean, it's tricky. It's very tricky, yeah. It's a very, very tricky situation here. I mean, we can get into tank up. The thing is, I mean, obviously we have to go into tank up. That's not the question. Yeah, we just do it. I mean, there's nothing else. We just go into tank up and hope. And the thing is, if you don't die next turn, probably we win. Yeah, like if you don't lose now. So if he doesn't have 8 damage in these cards, which he probably does, but if he doesn't have the 8 damage, we just win. So if this is 3 or something, 3, 3, 3. Ah, that's not good. Now he can lava burst us. He could have lava bursted that anyways, right? Oh, we win. Guys, we just won. We just won. Easy. Winner with chicken dinner. And this is also what I'm actually thinking, like how this should be. Yeah. That's actually what I'm thinking how the matchup should be. I was already pretty confused that the matchup was such a like pain in the beginning. Yeah, I really have to say. I'm not saying this is not upswing what we just encountered, but I'm just saying I was really curious that we lost so like at the beginning it was really like so difficult, and I don't think it should be. So we played actually XIXO. Oh yeah, right. Somebody told me about the score, right? So so that was this. Yeah, it was 6-7, right? And then yeah, I guess now it's 8. What is it? Like, yeah, I didn't track one of the wins, but you can just check it on stream. So now we won 4 in a row. We were 4-6 before, and now we are actually 8-6. In this case, I will keep everything because this is in curve, this is in curve, and this is in curve. So I will just keep everything. And yeah, a weapon is missing, but I think if you play a curve from turn 2, that's fair enough. And actually, we play this is not really curve, but we can actually play 2, 3, 4. So if he doesn't have the mighty start, we should be good. I am considering this not a bad start. Oh, now we actually get our 4-drop. So we just curve out and see how it goes. If he curves out 2, he could simply win. But I mean, let's see about that. So yeah, so he plays this, that's fine. Yeah, I mean we can. Oh, now we should probably do the execute. If you play the Acolyte, chances are that he simply attacks it, and then this goes 3-2, this goes face. The next turn we play this and attack it. Well, I don't see it. I think we should just execute it. And next turn we can play the Death Bite or something else, and then perhaps playing the Acolyte into the Death Bite later. So yeah, I mean this is not very good, but whatever. Consider this being a bash. We just bash for 3 mana, killing a 3-3 and getting 2 armor. Yeah, this is the standard in Chester knowledge. 4 mana, draw 2 cards. Infinitely bad. So there are belchers to income. I'm really wondering about the X. We could inflict face damage now and then kill this collateral, but then we would not deploy this, but we would also always deploy this. So perhaps we should just play this guy now. Because the X is so bad, the X on faces, it's mana efficient, but this is really the only thing. And this actually contests this directly, so he probably needs to put something onto it. Not that it's that difficult to do that, but I'm just saying. And if this actually attacks face and we actually, we attack again, the Whirlwind actually can kill this, which is a standard collateral. The Whirlwind actually hits this, which is already a positive collateral. Or I'm really like, okay, he's at 2 mana. What could he do with 2 mana? He will probably crackle that, but that's absolutely fine. I'm really curious here. He's only at 2 mana. I mean... It's probably the X, because the X also undermines whatever he can play for 2 mana. So if he plays a Totem Golem, which can just kill it. And yeah, we could have also played this, but I don't know about that. So let's see. So this is, yeah, nothing. And we could now play, well, we can first Whirlwind and then we can play the Belcher, or we can actually play the Acolyte of Pain so that we draw more cards, so that we can actually, that we draw more cards with it. And I'm actually wondering what's better, because like we could actually simply attack and play the Belcher, but he also doesn't have anything on the board yet. And I mean, even if a Doomhammer comes down, we can simply play the Belcher next turn. So I would really go for the Acolyte here. Also, an Armor Up has never been that bad against the face deck, and getting 1 card for free should be worthwhile, I guess. I guess so. And that's a close one actually. But oh, and also keep in mind that we can draw something for 2 mana. Task. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Taskmaster was actually also Armor Smith or like stuff like this, right? And now we got the True Heart. I would even go as far that I would say like we should simply deploy it on the board, like just when we can, and then next time we can actually play Taunt Up into Tank Up. He does have 8 cards, but it's futile. Okay, now he actually goes face. I'm still very convinced that we should now simply play True Heart, and then next time we can actually already Tank Up. Also, True Heart is efficient here and now, so we should just go for it. We can also inflict some damage, which is also good. And this is also 6 damage into face, so that's also very good. And we are still at 25, but this will change quickly. Yeah, Elemental Destruction, whatever. Who cares? If he plays something else, well, okay. I was just gonna say that, well, he's Overlord. Yeah, okay, I mean, he can play the guy, which actually unloads him again. I guess we should just play Belcher and Armor Up. Like Tank Up. I think it's needless to be said that we should Tank Up every turn, because this gives us a lot of armor, and he doesn't even have a direct damage. He doesn't even have a direct damage ability. So if we just go for that, we should be fine. Perhaps even going with the other Belcher over the Shield Maiden, I think, because like yeah, if you are taunted up, that's actually a really good thing. I mean, Tank Up is always in. If you play the other Belcher, we could also play, let's say, a Shield Slam on that if you want that. Like, it could make some sense, to be honest, because then we could also hit face again. Perhaps we want to deploy Dr. Boom next turn. That's like the idea, I guess. Perhaps we just Shield Slam this, to be honest. I don't see anything wrong with that. Attacking this, Shield Slamming this. I mean, how I see it is at the moment, like, with the Tank Up we are pretty safe from any kind of direct damage, because we really tank up a lot of armor every turn, and we also have Taunt, so it's like how the heck does he get through? Yeah. It's infinitely difficult for him to breach through. And you see it yourself, right? Next turn we even have the luxury to probably simply play Dr. Boom and Tank Up. So even that is possible. Just because Tank Up deals more damage. Yeah, there are Crackles of course, and the Crackles hit 4, let's say how much? 4. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. He should not have sufficient damage if he Tank Up every turn, of course. Also his hero ability doesn't deal damage, so we just get effectively 4 life every turn. We even have the luxury to oh, okay. It's actually tricky. It's actually tricky because we cannot clear it, so we should probably simply silence it. Yeah, good job. I mean, not bad. But yeah, tank up, of course, and armor smith. Yeah, there's another Doomhammer. Sure. Happens. Yeah, we got shield block. Okay, so let's say shield slam this. Getting 1 more armor. Killing this 2. This. Bam, bam. 26. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see how we go from there. Elemental destruction, then we simply play Dr. Boom. Yeah. It's simply like, of course. Yeah, of course this is future now. Like, we have so much armor that we can simply outlast the Doomhammers. So let's see. Yeah, we don't have to play it risky, we can just... Yeah, okay. So that's that. I mean, I guess, like, what's this? So, we are now at the 5-game winning streak. Does it at least track sometimes? No, again not, but whatever. So we are now at the 5-game winning streak. We were 4-6 before the break, and now we are like 9-6. And this is also what I meant, like, when I actually told you about that we will get better with this deck. So at the beginning we had like kind of problems against this deck, and the more games we play, the more safer our decisions get. So when actually even XIXO begins to play twice as good as before, he cannot really make miracles happen with this deck. Whereas like if we get to play twice as good as before, of course we win more games. I'm not saying that many more, but like we simply win more games. We could actually contest a Warlock hero ability before, and here's again a Warlock hero ability, but then again a Warlock hero ability, I have to say, like, I mean, yes, a Warlock hero ability is pretty good, but on the other hand, I would actually like to hit this and not this. On the other hand, I have to say that that the Warlock hero ability simply means that we should go into the race very quickly. So we should now go into the race as quick as possible. So entering the race now, basically. Yeah, we hit this for sure. The question is what we actually deploy. So did he get overload? I don't even think so. He just played Tunnel Frog, this guy. So we can either play the Monkey or we can actually play the Acolyte of Pain. So he will have 3 mana to his disposal. So if he actually plays, let's say, the Wolves, well, we should just play the Fierce Monkey here, right? If he plays the Wolves, it could be problematic, because then, well, we draw cards with the Acolyte, but we will just fall behind. And we also have the Deathbite into Acolyte later, so why not simply play this guy? And he needs to put something onto it. I'm not saying that he can Lava Burst it or whatever, but as you can see, he needs some resources to do that. So he will probably now send the Cavalry in, and we can actually do exactly what we actually proposed, playing the Acolyte into the Deathbite weapon later. I would really like to go face here, because, like, as I said, we are more in the race here, more in the race than we usually are. Like, so just doing this, and like his life is actually a precious resource. Usually his life doesn't matter at all, but in this case his life really plays as a resource. So here we actually play this before we go into the action. Also always be able to play or to draw something like Taskmaster or Armorsmith. If you don't, that's also acceptable. Then we just armor up, which is also against a face deck absolutely fine. He stayed 2 mana inefficient last turn, which is actually really good for us, or which was actually really good for us. Life counts being actually equal. We have to outrace him because, like, out of obvious reasons, like I mean, as you can see, I mean, if you draw more stuff of this, perhaps you will also be able to outlast him. Yeah, this is subject to discussion, but at the moment we cannot really do that. We cannot really slam and then play Acolyte, staying mana inefficient. That would be really bad. Like, slam on this is not even that good, and Acolyte is not even pressuring. Yes, we could clear the board then. It looks absolutely fishy. Also playing shield block, perhaps. I mean, shield block, slam, also so bad. Yeah, all the options pretty much being pretty bad. So we just go for this, and yeah, and see where we get. I mean, this is also deploying some board pressure onto the board. Keep in mind that his spells are usually overload, so in the long run he won't get much or so much out of them. For example, a lava burst will mean he will get overloaded next turn. We actually have the ability to play even shield block into stuff like this. This is really important, this crackle, how much it hits. Like, if this crackle actually hits 5, yeah, that's already quite a good crackle, unfortunately. Okay, so now it's really important. The turn he is at 15, we can bring him actually to 9. We have shield blocks, some executes. So this can hit this should hit face, right? And then we can actually think about what we do with this, but probably it's like shield block. And then, like, we can probably shield, so Acolyte shield slam. That's probably what it is. Not using this because we are in the tempo game. We are actually in the, yeah, we are in the tempo game. So I don't really want to use this, so we should perhaps sacrifice this first. And then we take it from there. Justica, okay, that's really important for next turn. So on this turn we play shield block. Oh, Belcher even. Okay, now we can actually really outlast him. But that was not our plan in the first place. And we don't have to tell him yet. So we play this and we play this. And we are still at 17. Keep in mind that with 6 mana you cannot deal like 15 damage. But he's under pressure here because 1 death bite actually already kills him. So he must take into account that, oh, is it lethal? No. No, that's okay. We have like just, like 1 death bite would be lethal actually. So we only need to draw this death bite. 6 plus 3 is 9. So if you could draw the Taskmaster. Armor Smith. We don't get our armor up. It's only 9. So this is like, okay. We need to play the Belcher and just hope, I guess. It's just the only possibility. We don't have any other means. If we don't beat it, it's our only possibility. The thing is, well, you can even deal 6 damage if you play Belcher. But 6 is not definitely lethal. So I guess it's this. And we could play the armor up. This is better. Yeah, so what we don't play around is now 6 direct damage. If he has 6 direct damage, I would be really sad about that. Okay, but if he does have direct damage, probably armor up isn't doing it. So armor up would have not done it. We could have tried Justica, but Justica would have definitely not done it because we would have gained 4 life. But then again, he could have also breached through that. So that would have not been optimal. So what is the score now at the moment? So we won 4. No, we won 5. So it was. I should write it down. Otherwise I will forget. So we actually won 5 in a row, and we were 4-6 before. So we were 9-6, but now he won 1. So now we are 9-7. Okay, so this is how it works. And please correct me if we are wrong, but I think that was like 9-6, 9-7. So we just get rid of everything, and that was really unlucky because we were extremely close to be able to stabilize or to kill him. Like simply the threat of having like the death bite could have been enough. We could have also YOLO'd, by the way. So there was one way to actually YOLO him, and the YOLO way would have been the following. We could have actually played Slam on our Acolyte. Slam on our Acolyte meaning we draw 2 cards. And, oh my god, what a hand. Yeah, we just played the BGH. Slam on our Acolyte would have meant we draw 2 cards. Now, if we would have done that, Taskmaster. Well, we had like the following outs. We already played 1 Deathbite onto the face, so we had like 1 Deathbite, 1 Taskmaster. So we had 2 outs. That's 10% of the deck. And with the Slam, you could have drawn 20% of the deck, resulting in 20% immediate win. And we should have really thought about it. Like that was fine. I don't regret it. Like now we can actually play the Taskmaster. I don't mind that at all. I don't see that the 4-2 had a better use. So we just play the 4-2 at some point and then we see how it goes. He's overloaded for 3, but of course we need a weapon. Okay, we got a weapon. I guess we use it. We could slam this. Is it any use to slam that? I don't see it, right? We just attack it with a weapon next turn and we shield block, shield slam, anything else. Yeah, I guess so. I mean we could have slammed this actually. Oh, but that's so bad. I mean, we would have liked to, yeah, perhaps we, oh, Justica, that's good. Yeah, interesting. Oh. I mean, this is a joke, right? I mean, we don't slam that guy. Okay, so we can play Sylvanas or Trueheart. It's up to us. I think with this hand we should be able to tank ourselves in. So simply playing Justica next turn, and then yeah, especially if this happens, we should a lot of aggression. Sylvanas is complete useless. So we could play Acolyte of Pain and beginning with She Slams and Slams on suboptimal stuff. I'm really not sure about that. Justica simply gets eaten, so I'm also not sure about that. We could play Belcher and Shield Slam, let's say the 1-3. Just one example. I'm not saying it's good, but we could do that. But then what next turn? When do we begin to tank up? It will simply get Earthshock, right? But I also have to say that Shield Slamming 1-3s is not like my main occupation. Belcher, if he doesn't have Earthshock, is on the other hand quite strong, right? So it's like, yeah, I mean, the Belcher is really strong on board to deploy him. So first we need to get the board control and then we can begin to tank ups, right? So first stabilizing and then beginning to tank ups. I mean, if the Belcher hits, like, eats the whole board as he does now, I cannot say that we are very unhappy about it, right? So the next turn, perhaps you should even play the Justica now, right? Like, if you don't play the Acolyte, okay. We could Acolyte, Slam Acolyte and armor up to get one more armor up, but armor up is not tank up. That's a problem. Don't even know about the slam. It's not even that great, right? On the other hand, if you play Justica now, we get some damage. We don't even have board control. If you play the Acolyte Slam, we have a 1-1 and that's not even contesting anything. Like, it should actually be pretty bad. Perhaps we should just play Sylvanas actually. Probably she's simply better, I guess. I don't know. I think that was a tough one. Now we could die to potential Rockbiter actions and stuff. Perhaps you should have simply played Trueheart. Then we could have now played Acolyte, Slam Acolyte, Tank up, stuff like this. Now we are in a really bad spot. Great. Not great. Well, I think we should just try to tank up, and that's it. Just trying to tank up. No, I don't like it. I have the feeling that we misplayed this game. Like, if he now has Rockbiters, let's say, or then it could be bad. And I'm already seeing that, yeah, 6 damage is not that good for us. And Rockbiter means it's lethal. Well, actually he overkills us, right? So it's not that bad, but yeah, whatever. So yeah, let's play the next game accordingly, like reasonably. But yeah, I mean, whatever, right? I mean, it's like, I guess XIXO is really wondering why he's losing so many games. But actually, despite us being 9-8, I'm also one. Well, actually, I said 60% was my guess. But I could definitely not believe that it's below 50. So, I mean, who knows? Perhaps he wants to do more games if he feels that the sample size was not enough. I don't know about that. But I think if we already have like one straight drop, we should not keep the Acolyte. And I think the Ape is definitely better than the Acolyte then. So probably we should just do this. And yeah, basically that. And yeah. And yeah, that's... oh. Yeah, basically that. Okay. That's probably... I want to speak a little bit XIXO language. Okay, so... now I don't know. This is weird. This is again weird. I don't know about the X. I don't think so, right? The X is doing nothing. We cannot even attack. What are we supposed to do? Attacking this guy? Bring it to 3-1? No, we need the Armor Smith. Of course he's killing the Armor Smith and then we can use the X. Now again we could also use the Monkey. And perhaps we should just use the Monkey, because the Monkey is as well contesting this. On the other hand, if he actually has like ways to kill the Monkey, which is standard, then we lose the Monkey. But then we can still play Fiery Warwick's next turn. So how does it change? It changes in this regard that we take 3 more damage, but on the other hand, if you now play the Fiery, we can also not armor up. So I guess deploying one of our straight drops should be worthwhile. Keep also in mind that there is a chance that he cannot deal with it in a good manner. I mean, a good manner means like Crackle or something. And if he cannot do that, well, then it's really good. Oh, are you kidding me? Oh, that's a good way to deal with it, for sure. Yeah, okay, phew. What the fuck? What the fuck is going on? This I don't know, actually. Like, we used the weapon, but that's clear. And now the question was... we could also, I mean, how much is he overloaded, actually? What did he do? He didn't do anything, right? He played this, this, and this, so he's overloaded 0. So he will be able to overload himself for 2. But then we should still attack this, right? Because we attack this turn, we attack this next turn. If he can actually attack it. But if he cannot attack it, we probably simply silence it. But it's just less damage if you actually attack this guy now, I guess. I mean, it's only the same amount of damage if he gets this to 3-3, I guess. Is it? Oh, then we also take more damage from the hit. So, actually, we actually gamble on him not having like 2 overload, basically. Okay, the gamble paid off, but probably it was not. The gamble paid off, but it was probably incorrect. So yeah, what can I say? Yeah. Yeah, we need to deploy the Fierce Monkey, I guess, and probably even playing the Slam to kill one of those. Otherwise, it could get ugly. I mean, that's clear, right? Yeah, I guess. And then we can actually play Acolyte or Fierce Monkey, but I'm not feeling in an Acolyte of Pain mood, I guess, at the moment. So just playing the Fierce Monkey. I mean, I don't know, like, he also needs to clear the Acolyte, I guess, but, like, What's our next turn? Perhaps you should ask like that. Like, probably we want to slam one of those anyways now. So, just to take less damage. So what's our next turn if we play Monkey and slam that? We could play Acolyte, Armor Up, and Shield Slam. It's quite unlikely that he doesn't have anything against the Monkey, but I mean, actually yes, probably it's really unlikely. Perhaps we should just play the Acolyte here. It makes some sense because the Acolyte with 1 attack actually contests both. And this actually doesn't really contest those. You could have played Doomhammer and simply gone kill the Fierce Monkey with the Doomhammer. You could say yes, he can still do the same, but I'm just saying it would have been really good for him. Ja, it's not so prickelnd alles, nicht so pralle. Yeah, we need to shield slam 1 anyways, I guess. And the weapon is futile, it's useless. So we should probably just do this attack. Playing Monkey, Armor Up, and shield slam this. We could also kill that. Taking the 2 damage, like a man. Yeah, probably this. Yeah, the reason for that is that this could perhaps even get silenced and then we save 2 life. So this is basically 4 mana for 3, gain 2 life, if you want to call it. So likely is that he attacks it twice now or whatever. Yeah, it's not that great. It's not that great. But his start was also pretty insane, I have to say. Haben wir eigentlich Wasser? Haben wir eigentlich Wasser? Oder ja, nee, ich hab hier noch. Haha. Genial. Yeah, Taunt is actually super annoying. Now we cannot kill the leper gnome. Are you kidding me? That's really good for him. Now we cannot kill the leper gnome. Huh? For 3, come on. 4. That's okay. I mean 2 mana for the damage. I definitely don't complain at all. Oh, guys. If you spell break this, we also get the damage. So we can as well do this. Did I say something about a spell break? So what was that? If we spell break... Oh, nee. We would have gotten the damage anyways. Yeah. Yeah, without the top deck, I'm not sure. Eh? Yeah, okay, whatever. So we have 9-9 and XIXO needs to count. Yeah, but I guess, yeah. I don't know why it is 9-9. Perhaps not enough games, or I mean, how should it be usually be? I mean, yeah, I guess something like this. Like, so what the Shaman deck actually is a lot of overpaid to the face. Well, actually, it's like this. So face damage matters at, like, of course, if your opponent is very low, face damage begins to matter. So if the Shaman can actually burst you down at the beginning, the burst damage is not overpaid, because, like, if you could burst your opponent down and actually the life matters a lot, your burst damage is not overpaid with the Shaman. But on the other hand, if you actually fail to burst your opponent down, your life burst is completely overpaid. Like 5 mana to deal 5 damage, or like even lightning bolts, like 2 mana to deal 3 or 4 damage, like all this overpaid stuff. So it's basically, if you actually manage to succeed in bursting your opponent down at the beginning, all your life damage is okay. But if you fail, then it's really bad. Then you do like all this stuff which actually is completely overpaid, like 4 mana to drawing 2 cards, 2 mana dealing 3-4 damage, Crackle 3 mana dealing, let's say, 5 damage or something. I mean, all very expensive if it goes to the face. Doomhammer is actually really good, like 7 mana 16 damage if it actually goes through. So that's really good. That one also. I mean, I also don't know. Like, sometimes you just get this fiery Warwick start and you just win, right? So, like, that's yeah, okay. Like, sometimes you just gain this, like, fiery Warwicks and you just kill the 1-3 and it's nearly, like, over. Okay. Okay, so he cannot count, so it's 9-9, but it is simply 9-9, yeah. Okay. So whatever it is, so it should also not matter, like, even if it's it is not 1 game off, but even if it would be 1 game off, we should just play another 80 probably if it's that close. But in fact it's like what I'm saying is, whoever wins, it's like, I mean, now it's like, what, 9-9, so we are talking about 3 games. Perhaps we should just make like, it's like, yeah, I guess if it's that close. Okay, so this is nonsense. This is too late. I think if you already have... okay. So I guess if you already have 1 weapon, we can actually keep the Shield Maiden. But this is only, like, probably a bad theory. I don't know. Like, I don't know whether the Deathbite is still, like, fast enough. So, like, the general idea is, if you have stuff like this, you should be able to mulligan a little bit looser. So if you have stuff like this already, probably you can just keep Shield Maiden. But then again, Shield Maiden is of course super slow. So I don't know about that. But I guess it's super close. But I guess also the Shield Maiden as a 6 mana drop is probably quite expensive. Yeah, so I guess this is better. Yeah. I mean, keep in mind that it's not like still like this costs still 2 mana, so it's not that easy. I guess with a curve like this we could think about coining out Armorsmith. Like the worst thing which, I mean, what does he deploy for 2 mana? Totem Golem. That's it. It's only Totem Golem. So if this happens, we would have actually traded the coin for 2 armor and 1 life. If this happens. Yeah. On the other hand, if you draw anything, which is like Taskmaster, another Armorsmith, and so on, or if you top deck something small, which he then cannot play. But if he plays Totem Golem, we have a dead turn. Then he plays whatever, we play this, and then we begin to do this. Oh, it's really, I don't know. I think it's really close. But it's only Totem Golem, right, for 2 mana. This is only Totem Golem, yeah. I guess so. So if he actually played like this, perhaps we can play this now, and then we have the option at least to coin out this. Otherwise we would have dealt 1 damage, which would be irrelevant. We would have gained 2 life. So, not really appealing, I have to say. Not really that appealing. Ooh, crack it! 3! Happy Feast of Wintervale. Okay. Ooh. Coin into Deathbite. Or Shield Block into Shield Slam. I think a Shield Block into Shield Slam is better, right? Because coin into Deathbite means that we... Yeah, I mean, what development on the Armorsmith? It's not really good, right? I mean, the second attack is really bad, so even if he plays Wolves, we can then Shield Block, Shield Slam 1 and Deathbite the other, but we cannot really Deathbite the other. So probably we should just Shield Block, Shield Slam here. And yeah, basically that. We got Execute now. Hey, es wird auch nicht leichter, ja? But I guess this is so good. This is really good. And also in general, I mean, like, we could also not play this unless we also draw this. Okay, now I would have actually played this. Like with Execute in hand, I would have played this, because then we could attack and then execute whatever and also play Acolyte of Pain. But that was not the case beforehand. So this was clear that he would do that. But I was thinking, okay, like we take 1 less damage if we play actually, like, I was thinking we take now 1 less damage, because if we do this and now we attack 1, then we take like 1 less damage than with this, and we definitely wasn't interested in actually attacking it. If like attacking the second one, we were not interested in that, because then this dies for free. But of course it's different with the Execute. So now we can actually attack, Execute 1 and Acolyte of Pain, so that's well, not that great, right? So just do this. This is actually pretty good, right? We can also perhaps deploy Acolyte of Pain, Armorsmith, and then we get a lot of armor. We can do this later and this later, so it's really good. Yeah, it must be good. He also has only 3 mana, so what the fuck. We should not armor up ever, if possible, because like at the beginning it's really always about like utilizing your mana the best way. So he really wants that I count them again, yeah. I mean, perhaps he's right. Yeah, perhaps he's right, whatever. I mean, probably he is, otherwise he wouldn't say so, right? Okay, so, but now to the games. It's really not important, like usually we should simply make more games if it's that close. Yeah, so, So he could attack this. And then we should play Armor Smith and the other guy beforehand, right? I'm not sure. So weird. But I guess it's... should we even attack then? Yeah, probably we just attack then. I mean, this is what it is, right? I mean, yeah, whatever. Like, I'm not sure. But we get a lot of armor back, so... And we get the card, and we have Debater into something else, and we get the Acolyte on board, this to contest and stuff like this. So what is this? I don't know. We can just count them again shortly. That's okay. I don't mind. Yeah, wow, what the fuck? Like, do you see that? Like, this is the elemental destructions we are talking about, yeah? Perhaps we should just now. This is the worst action ever, and next turn is also so bad. So, I mean, what I'm saying is that's a really, really, really bad turn for him. Yeah, let's just play this. We could have also played Taskmaster, Slam, and Arm. Oh, actually, that would have been better. Actually, that would have been better. All the nonsense is actually distracting me. Yeah, so this on this, Slam on this, I don't know. Yeah, but Slam on this is also quite bad, so I don't know. So what's that? So we have two ways to play it. One of them is safe and the other one is not safe. If we play simply Dr. Boom, I guess that's a very safe way. We could also play... And this is super over, this game, right? I mean, what if this is not good now? We just play Dr. Boom and... Like, what is the worst which could happen? Never let a truck alive, or what is the idea? I never heard of something like such a rule, but perhaps we should make such a rule. I really don't see like... What I'm saying is he's out of cards too, so... I mean, what could possibly happen if he just played like this and then play Dr. Boom the turn after? He could draw some cards eventually, but like, yeah, so he is basically out of cards. So he cannot draw some cards eventually. Yeah, let's play this. Yeah, just applying the pressure now, and yeah, I guess. Okay, so this makes it whatever. I guess 10-8, but he said something that we should count the games before the break, so let's do that. I mean, I guess. I mean, it is absolutely okay, it's just a pain, but probably, like, it's just fair to do so. So let's see, where are we at? Right. So where did it begin? Oh, here. Okay. So we have... it's a pain in the ass. So we have 0-1. Hmm. 1-1. Two, 1. Oh, actually, did somebody of you guys count it? Why am I actually counting it? I mean, I'm sure some of you guys did already this stuff, right? So was it? What was it? Eh? Like before the break? Do you know what it was? Yeah, I let you count. Count the games before the break, please. Count the games before the break and tell me what the score was. Like, and what we have is, yeah, probably we just win this and then we don't care, right? I mean, that's nonsense. But yeah, so it is 10-8 if it was 6-4 before the break, yeah. And if not, we just give him one more game. Okay, easy as that. So let's do it like this. Now, I'm serious about the Shield Maiden. Like, what if you already have the Fiery in the hand? Should we not simply keep the Shield Maiden? The Shield Maiden is like gain 5 armor and it's like a 5/5 body. And both of the things are not being that bad, right? I mean, 6 mana, 5... I think I like it. Let's keep it. No, really, seriously. If you already have the Fiery, it should be good. Like, it's just 5 life and this deck actually targets life. And the Fiery is actually the way where he can actually not overwhelm us. So I think if you have this, we can also keep this. Yeah, I think this is how it works. Okay, now we also got that. Do we even want to kill this? I guess yes, otherwise it deals too much damage. Oh, the fan is actually going crazy. Okay, so if he actually had this, what does it mean? What does it mean? It means nothing, right? We don't attack it and shields limit. Or do we? Or do we? Yeah, I guess the fan will stop at any point. Like, I'm not sure why it's so much overheating, but yeah, okay. So armor, bam and bam. Oh, it's so bad. I don't think this is what we want, right? No. I guess the slam is doing a better job. So let's take it from there. I think we could anticipate this Feral Spirits, so it was actually a good call from us. Yeah. Oh, what? Somehow, oh, I changed some. Okay, now, oh, what? What the fuck? Okay, so what happens? Like, what is? Something changed. Now it's really weird. Okay, so yeah, slam attack, and here, like, wow, that's perfect. Look at this. So we do this. We do this, and we also play the monkey. And here you can see about the curve. I just have to check whether this is what did I do. Like, okay, now it works again. Yeah. So wait. Yeah, I guess. So this is really insane now. Look at this. The monkey came and ancestral knowledge, nothing, nada Nentje. And now we get actually this into this, and now you see the strength of the Shield Maiden. Yeah, so this is nonsense. He cannot even do anything. We could even spell break, but now we stay mana efficient, and this goes face. Bam, bam, bam. And elemental destruction. Yeah, really good. Elemental destruction. Yeah, and then the Shield Maiden comes down, and super good, right? Like just 5 armor, just getting out of range, deploying Justica at some point, tanking up a lot. Game plan. This is what I mean, like, if you once are not like in the damage race with this deck, it's so unbelievable bad. Like, I mean, even here, I'm not even sure whether we should take care of this gnome. Maybe we could probably. We are so much, like, I guess we can just play the long game. Yeah, I mean, with Justica, we can just go ahead and play the long game, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure we should just play the long game here. Yeah, so 2 is really ugly for him to be handled, so that's actually pretty cool. Despite, yeah, Justica next turn, despite this turn. Just doing this. This. Yeah, we can now utilize our life, because we have so many. Bam, bam, brace for impact, easy, yeah, easy going. Payum, payum, yeah, payum, payum, payum. Yeah, Yeah, pure only child, yeah. I mean, this was also what was expected, actually, yeah. I was so, what the fuck when actually, like, before the break we were actually behind, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, how is this possible, please? Because it doesn't make any sense. Like, it just doesn't make any sense that this deck should be favorite. It just doesn't make any sense. And if it would have been, I would have actually double questioned, I would have needed to double question everything, basically. Because it just wouldn't have made any sense for me. Actually, this was one health is actually really good. We should attack, attack, attack. Because this was one health is... Okay, it could get Earthshock, right? No, okay, then we'll get Earthshock. Does it matter? No. Like... okay. We have... What? Oh, okay. If you attack, 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 this one is 5-4. We could also... attack, attack, attack. Have a 5-2 and a 3-1 instead. That's better for sure. Okay, we deal 2 less damage into his face, but who cares? We could also silence some stuff or something, I don't know. But I don't see the merit. I can see infinite tank ups now. And yeah, don't ask me about the fan. I don't know what's going on here. Like, I don't know why it suddenly begins to go mad. I will have to check that at some point. Good. So tank up. Interesting. What about Baron Geddon and simply tank up, letting this soak up damage? The other play would be Fiery killing that, tanking up, Spellbreak that. It's really weird. I mean, this is also really weird, to be honest. Perhaps we should just... spell the Spellbreak. Like... we could have also played the BGH, but I really want to get these 4 life every turn. Like this, we can actually also deploy the Baron Geddon later, if it's more important, I guess. If he needs to play damage on those, I think we are actually quite happy about that. So now we can actually play the Baron Geddon in a better fashion. So let's do it. I guess playing Baron Geddon when we can is actually pretty important. So let's do it. Yeah, instead of, like, we could have also played this instead of tanking up, getting a lot of new cards. But I really don't see it. Like, he will need to kill this, otherwise we simply tank up till infinite and also always deal 2 damage, also 7 in the face. So he needs to clear that, and otherwise we can still play this and armor up and stuff like this. So it should not be too problematic. Yeah, basically that. So he needs to crack it. All the direct damage gone, guys. All the direct damage gone. Yeah, this is what the deck does, nothing, right? I mean, like, once the damage must be blah blah. Okay. Yeah, what's this? We could actually. But this is such a threat. I don't want to break this threat. He's actually waiting for the Doomhammers because he believes that the Doomhammer will get a big impact. Like, Doomhammer 16 damage each. And it's true that they deal 16 damage each, but yeah. I mean, it's also true that they deal the 16 damage, 4 damage per turn. So, yeah. Oh, Doomhammer, Doomhammer. Oh, double rock bite. So we actually indeed go to 12 life. Cool story, bro. Yeah, now without the rock biters there's not much damage potential. It's funny that this is exactly 7 again. So we are actually off, but yeah, whatever. So yeah, so that makes it. Did you have a possibility to count the games? 10-9. Okay, so then it's now. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, whatever. So Then it's 11-9 now, so end score is 11-9. It doesn't matter. It is, as I said, like